stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, here been a front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up and welcome to Whatever Waits Live on WoodsportsCom. I'm Eazy, joined by Spin Morax, Young
Hello.
Chris, Nicholas Koloff. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. We are recovering from the Red Wings game last night, but we will start a chat poll, and you guys will decide what we'll talk about first. We'll put Lions in there. We'll
What up,
mock
Jumbo?
draft. Not really pissing stuff.
Yeah, no Pistons. I mean, we can
we
put
can force
Pistons
a
on
Pistons
there.
thing.
We can force a Pistons.
We need
Force
something
Pistons topic if you
positive.
want.
Yeah. Derrick Barnes re-signs his deal.
We talking about that as well.
Stevie Y adds some goaltending at the deadline. Rehash. Welcome back, Peter Mrazek. And he gets the center.
I mean, after watching Lion last night.
Yeah, Mrazek. I'd take Mrazek over Lion right now.
Yeah. I saw people, because the numbers are bad this year, like kind of bitching about it, but like Chicago's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
So that adds up. And I looked at the stats. He had a 908 last year. He has a better career average than Lion. To me, this is if Stevie views this as an upgrade, it's an upgrade. But
it's kind of a
I guess I just thought Kosa was coming at some point.
not this year.
And it's funny too because we were crashing out because last night's game, goaltending especially, Garbaggio, and I'm talking with TJ, and he's crashing out publicly now.
Yeah.
He's drogging out to like he's tweeting. I was texting you last night about it too.
Yeah, me and TJ were talking about it on Twitter today.
Yeah. He said we're not gonna see Kosa until 2030.
No, he'll be here next year. Costa will be your number one goalie next year.
Who
at the end
is
of the
Talbot
year.
retiring?
No,
Because
Talbot.
now you have three guys. What are we doing?
And is he going to be our number one goalie next year? If our goalies are this bad and he's not up here? Can we
Yeah.
really count on that?
Yes,
Why is he here already then?
because you're paying 3 goalies.
But you
And
weren't.
who
until
paid those
today.
goalies?
You were before last week. You were paying Ville Husso $6 million a year.
And then you got rid of him.
Yeah,
Why didn't they call?
because
Boom.
Lions gone next year. This
know.
is the last year Lions. I don't know Mrazek's deal, but I don't think he's going to be
No, we
the
got
goalie of the
Four and-
future.
$4.5 million next year. He's on
Okay.
the Bucks for.
So he's
That
probably
he-
thinking, all right, so this is what I'm thinking then, just talking out loud.
I saw it. Ryan Hanna's quote tweet.
What'd he say?
From Steve's interview? He said he liked Mrazek because he had term for next year.
Yeah. Yes, next year, maybe.
Talbot retires
Yeah.
or Talbot moves
Lion
on.
walks a free agency, and then you got Kosa
Lion's
and
gone.
Mrazek.
Lions gone.
So next year it's Kosa and Mrazek.
Next year it's going to be Kosa and someone. Kosa and Talbot, Kosa and Mrazek,
Yeah,
whoever.
Mrazek
that
in the
is.
contract. I think Talbot's walking.
Yeah, maybe.
He's 37, 38 years old?
You got him under contract next year too, though.
Maybe you're arresting his old ass. That's why you got this 3-man lineup. Because he's fucking starting to spiral out a little bit after the break, too.
He is for sure.
But Lion last night, I'm so fucking sick. Beyond just the goaltending last night, we've been talking about it. This team is soft. This team is soft. This team is soft. Once more again last night.
We suck
Soft
again.
as baby shit.
Yeah.
Dirty hit on Edvinson. And I get, maybe not. Mo gets fucking shot in the face.
Well, that was
Took it like a
that
gangster.
was
In
that was in
retaliation.
retaliation.
Yeah.
So it was what Mo did first. That came back to him. Yeah. No. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get worked up over it because we've said the same thing all week, and there's not really much else to say. They're getting bullied, and if you don't want to get bullied, you're gonna have to fucking beat somebody's ass, or you're gonna keep getting bullied. You're gonna have to. If I was Albert Johansson and I saw that dude cross-check Simon Edvinson in the
leg?
back of
Yeah.
the knee, I would have dropped my gloves and beat the shit out of him against the board right there. Like, bad. Would have beat the shit out of him.
You
Because you
got your
can't
ass
do that.
beat.
Don't give a fuck. You would have seen me go crazy on that dude. And let him go at him like a Spider-Man. You have to kill that guy.
Full
Like,
cousin string.
you have to.
Oh, yeah.
That's your fucking.
I agree.
That's your Cadillac. Like, that is going to be a pillar of your team for 10 years. You cannot allow that to happen. He fucking cross-checks him in the back of the knee. You go over there and you fucking slam his head into the boards. Like, that's what you should have done. But
Should have pantsed him.
they didn't. So,
Embarrassed him in front of everybody.
awesome.
Oh, my God. The ice is cold.
Hopefully next time when Mo Sider or Simon Edvinson or Dylan Larkin or Lucas Raymond gets cross-checked on the back of the neck or the back of the knee, hopefully they don't get a serious injury that keeps them out for the season. But it's going to keep happening because nobody's stepping up and stopping it. That disgusts me. Seeing Simon Edvinson get cross-checked like that could have fucked his knee up.
Yeah, he looked like he got fucked up.
It hurt.
Thankfully,
He
he's all right.
was. I mean, he's fine. Yeah, they're hockey guys. but that could have seriously fucked his career up if that is done in a different way. You go and you put that dude's head through the fucking boards and you knee him in the back of the head like D-Mac did. Like, you can't let people do that to your franchise. You're a laughingstock. You're getting babied, and nobody's doing anything about it. That is intent to injure. That is somebody trying to hurt one of the best players on your team. You got to go fucking kill that guy. That's embarrassing that you didn't.
4 straight losses and 4 straight times. We just got treated like little bros out there, it feels like. Last night, I mean, I don't know, Nick. You and I were crashing out last night in unison.
This is the game that you couldn't lose, and you lost it. I mean, it's just so infuriating at this point. I'm so mad that we are going through this again. And I get the expectations weren't to go compete for the cup, but they were to get into the playoffs in my head. They were to get there. We were right there last year. It was a point out because of a technicality. Last year, I like that the young guys are up here. They seem to be doing pretty well. But once again, I will never go at Steve Yzerman for the way he's drafted. He drafts well. I get that. That is his calling card. He's very good at drafting. But you have to be able to build a team around these young guys. It is the same for every single sport. I talked about it in baseball. You have to help the young guys with quality veterans that this team does not have, besides a Larkin, a DeBrincat, and a Kane, really. I mean, questionable contract at that point. We can go through Comfort, questionable contract at that point. We can go to Hall, questionable contract. You can go to Sherratt, bad contract. Patrick Kane, I like bringing him in. Tarasenko is shit.
Yeah.
These are bad, and I was happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No, yeah, we were excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, he fell off
But
a
it ended up
cliff.
being bad.
He fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
These are just bad moves on the NHL level. I like everything underneath, but it's unacceptable when you are Steve Yzerman. Nobody's calling for his head right now, but he has to be better. Steve Yzerman will tell you he has to be better. This is Hockey Town for a reason, and this team is going into the ground again at the worst time possible.
And real quick, just nail in the coffin for me on that front last night. And tell me if I'm way off on this one. And I know it will be way off. At least it'll feel that way because we've banished this man.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Troy.
That's
The
exactly
trades,
what
the
my mind was
signings.
going to.
It's completely different.
Gabaggio. But
Yeah.
the draft picks, okay. Yeah. That's what Stevie's kind of at right now. But the nail in the coffin for me, Smitty.
It's completely different, though, with hockey and basketball.
No, I know. You need guys to come up. You need the water the seed. I understand it. But in terms of free agency, trades, it's kind of on par
He
with
hasn't
that.
I'm
really
with you.
I mean, his
made
biggest
a few.
trade was
I'm with you, Easy.
to get DeBrincat, right? What did they trade for DeBrincat? And
It was a late first round.
that was the only trade that actually meant anything, and it was a success.
And it
The-
worked.
yeah.
the
He
nail
gave
in the
up a
coffin.
first for a very quality player that helps his team win games.
Yeah.
Like, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
It worked.
That's a phenomenal fucking point, Nick.
Yep.
I cannot argue that. You're right. You did it. You took the fucking chance.
And it worked.
And it worked out. Why aren't you doing more of it? And then not
tried.
only that, I needed because you guys watch games outside the Red Wings. I really don't, unless it's just like national television and I'm watching it. Wallman went for a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Allegedly last
That's the one.
Yeah,
And
it's
we
still
traded
not. I
him-
still haven't seen it confirmed yet.
night.
Like that, what the return on it was.
It's weird because I tried looking up what the return was for us.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a definite
Oh,
answer
we
yet.
didn't get
future
anything.
considerations.
Yeah, we gave
Yeah.
Wallman and a second up to clear cap.
It's like future consider like are we getting something at some point?
No,
like just
probably not. It was the clear cap.
It was a
space.
future, yeah.
so nothing.
Nothing.
Then the Sharks then turn around.
Same
Their
season.
first rounder
Yeah.
for him. And that I guess that's Rom loss. Like where did he look better with the Sharks?
That's
than he was with
terrible.
us?
He looked better with the Sharks for sure.
Okay.
It's not like he was bad for us. He is what he is. He's an offensive defenseman. I think a first for him is an overpay for sure. But still, Edmonton needed it. They did it. They got it. And yeah, Steve Yzerman did that to get Jacob Trouba. It's what moving Wallman was. It was to free up cap space to go after Trouba, and they didn't get Trouba. So yeah, you gave up him for nothing, and he flips to a first-round pick. So that's a nightmare scenario. That's probably the biggest fumble of Steve Yzerman's tenure as a GM in Detroit.
He's on a good contract, too, that Stevie gave him.
Yeah.
And you traded a second rounder with him. It's bad. And yeah, he's an offensive defenseman. You know who's supposed to be a good defensive defenseman? Hall. You know, I would rather take the offensive guy that's also not great at defense.
Yeah.
When you talk about Jake Wallman, another guy you let walk who just beat you the other night and had an assist. Shane Gostisbehere. He was great for this team last year. Is he an offensive defenseman? Yes. What can this team not do? Get any offense from their defensemen.
Yeah.
And they can't play defense either. So if you are going to be elite offensively as a defender and bad at defense, I'll take it because the defenders on this team don't even play defense.
Yeah. And you're one short of a top 4 when you look at your defense. I think 3 of your top 4 defenders are set, and you're very happy with them with Seider, Evanson, and Johansson. And then you're one short. And that could have been Wallman for this year. I don't think anybody here believes Wallman is a piece for the future, or Gostisbehere would have been a piece for the future, but he definitely would have helped this year. And that sucks, but obviously ASP is going to be the 4th part of that top 4 next year, and then he'll kick Ben Sherratt down to the line, the 3rd pair with Gustafsson. So that core looks a lot better because Hall and Petrie are both gone. And so your top 4 being Seider, Evanson, Johansson, and ASP, and then your last pair being Sherratt and Gustafsson.
I have a quote from the Steve Yzerman press conference that just took place. Shout out to Woodward Sports for putting this one out there. This one is where I am getting a little butthurt because I feel like more could have been done. But he says, we did what we thought we could to give us a better chance at the playoffs. Meaning they are targeting making the playoffs this year. It's not one of those years he's taken off because he knows they got prospects coming up. I feel like there was more that definitely could have been done.
There was more that could have been done if you were willing to mortgage some pieces.
What was the compensation for the Marchand trade?
I mean,
second round pick.
You're not doing that though.
Why?
Because that's a move contenders make to make them Stanley Cup champions.
You're not going to trade for a good player?
I mean, you would like to, yeah, but what's his contract? What's Brad Marchand's contract?
I'll look it up.
And it was only just a second round pick?
Second rounder straight up.
That's crazy.
Which is going to be the last pick in the second round because Florida won it.
How do you give that up to Florida knowing who Florida is?
That is pretty
Maybe Steve's waiting for the East to die out a little bit here. Because what the fuck's going on down there?
I don't know, but I believe he said something in that quote, like he's not going to do anything earth-shattering because he's not – I'm paraphrasing here completely. He doesn't want to do anything earth-shattering, or there wasn't anything there without him giving up significant picks or prospects.
Okay, he is –
You got the –
He's 36 years old.
Yeah.
$6 million. He's a free agent next year.
Yeah.
But I still think a second's not that bad. But you're right. With it only being a one-year deal.
It's a one-year deal.
There's more of a mercenary.
He's an old guy. That's a move at the deadline a Stanley Cup champion level team makes to give themselves a better shot at winning, and that's exactly what Florida did. The Red Wings weren't going to make that move.
Shout out to Florida for doing the damn thing. Holy hell.
How many years did he have? Sorry.
That's the final year. He's an unrestricted free agent this offseason.
Yeah.
Would have done it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, just for the playoffs?
Yes.
It's a second-round pick that can turn into a first-round pick if conditions are met.
the conditions.
So it's probably, if they get into a deep playoff run.
If they make the cup or something.
Yeah, it becomes a first-round pick. I wouldn't have done that. Not a fucking chance in hell am I doing that,
If it's the first round, yeah. If it's straight second, I thought it was straight second.
Even if it's a straight second,
if he had more years in the deal, I would.
Yeah, you think Brad Marchand helps this team win a Stanley Cup this year? No, then it doesn't matter. And you don't trade a second-round pick for a guy to maybe get into the playoffs.
We almost need him to fucking stop getting bullied on the ice.
Yeah, but still, I'm just saying, no, the Red Wings would not. That would be a stupid deal.
No, after looking at the contract, that one makes a little bit more sense. But obviously, there's pieces to be had.
That deal, obviously, that was never going to happen. He didn't want to come to Detroit. He didn't want to stay in Colorado, and he didn't want to stay in Carolina because they both offered him more money.
What?
Both Colorado and Carolina offered him more money than Dallas did. The Dallas one with Carolina's with Denver's is Colorado's. Jesus. Colorado offered him more money on paper than Dallas, but Dallas, he ends up getting like $4 million more out of it because of the no taxes and stuff like that in Texas. But the Canes offered him a significant bigger bag, significantly bigger bag
Sneaky.
Yeah.
than Dallas did, and he wanted to go to Dallas. So
I got a question for you guys.
he literally
You want to hold
picked
till the
where he
break?
wanted to go.
Yeah.
You good? I mean, do you want to or no?
No, let's just get it out of the way because I'm pissed about it still.
Okay.
Stevie retained.
Does this shirt make me look fat? I'm just kidding.
Stevie, yeah, God, fuck, man. Jesus, it's brutal. Stevie retained the head coach, Derrick Barnes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave him a long leash into this year.
But he cut him off.
He cut him off after we were absolute garbage.
Yeah, but
Dude,
I mean,
where are you guys at with Steve keeping Lalone at the start of the season and then keeping him for an extended period of time this season?
I'm not mad at keeping him at the start of the season because you were this close away from making the playoffs last year. Him cutting him at the middle of the season, I give him credit for because a bad GM would have left him there pretty much into the season.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I
remember you wanted him gone like weeks before.
Yeah.
I wanted him gone
Months.
basically 2 weeks into this season. But
Yeah.
and that's because I kind of wanted him gone
But, to be
at
fair-
the end of the year last year. But like Eazy said, they're that close to the playoffs. You're not going to fire that coach. But seeing what he did to start this season, it was obvious he needed to go, and he got rid of him. I mean,
And another thing, too, is like, I know Spinney wanted it earlier. I feel like Steve may have wanted it earlier as well, but he had to put in McClellan in place.
yeah.
Like, he had to get that
Had to
whole,
line it
and then
up.
McClellan had to get his staff, and you know what I'm saying? Like, things had to occur before that because McClellan came in right away.
I think this team has, 4 to 6 more points if he's gone earlier. That's a big
No,
4
that's
to 6
fair.
points right
That's
now.
fair.
And
But McClellan, you had to hire McClellan. You had to have the interview process. He has to get his staff intact.
Yeah.
that's his job. It's
And he did it.
But
And he did
they
it.
did it. It takes
costly
time,
right
though.
now. Looking back, it's costly that he didn't do it earlier.
All right, that's a little overkill.
It is.
That's
I love you. That's a little overkill.
That's
I mean, it's
overkill
just
for sure.
facts.
Stevie didn't fire him soon enough, even though he fired him.
Yeah.
It should have been a week before.
Yeah, I can't be
Should have been
can't be mad at that.
at the start of the season.
You wanted him fired at the start of the
But Nick,
season?
me
It was a
and you were
question
there.
that
Were you
it was
calling
a
for his
question
job
that
at the
we
start
were
of the
bringing
season?
up. I have a soft spot in my heart for the guy, so I
Who?
didn't.
Oh.
I
I mean,
said
being
let it go a
captain
little bit.
hindsight is awesome and stuff, but like nobody wanted him fired as soon as the season started.
After we were dog shit to
Yeah, he
start the
did,
year.
and then he fired him.
How many games in?
I don't know.
Too many.
All right, all right.
Nick, that's a little overkill. I'm with you on like him being a little bit like Troy Weaver and stuff like that. Bob, that one's a little overkill. Just real quick before we go to break, I
Not
apologize.
overreacting. He's mad. Yeah, he's definitely mad.
Because we're just talking about the deals he could have made. Do you think Steve could have done a similar deal that Ottawa did for Cousins?
Yeah,
Shout out to Jesse Adams.
yeah. We talked with Sean about that. But would you be willing to give up Marco Casper and Johansson?
No way that's where you have to give up.
Like, I mean, those were two of their better prospects. You're not giving
But
up.
they're not on that. They're not on that level.
You're not giving up ASP. You're not giving up
Nick, come
Danielson.
back.
You're not giving up ASP. You're not giving up Danielson. Nobody wants Wallander for a guy. Nobody wants any of
What do
these
you mean? That's
super
a
young
great name.
kids. Like, you would have had to give up Mazer or Casper or Johansson or one of those guys, multiple of those picks to get a guy like that.
You're more.
I
That's
would have
more
to
your.
look at the trade again, but I'm pretty sure I thought the guy had like around 40-ish points this season that they traded.
Yeah,
It was two like pretty underwhelming centers because they're both in bad like down years for them. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I could compare it to a prospect because we don't have that kind of guy on our team. Like it'd be Cop if he was 5 years younger and putting up 40 points. It's hard. It's not easy to compare those two teams in the organization.
Yeah, the only thing the Red Wings have to trade are nothing they want to give away. That's like if you wanted a Dylan Cousins, if you want a guy like that, it's going to cost you Casper, Mazer, Johansson, well, some combination of those
They
guys.
give up prospects then.
Yeah, and you're not gonna want to do that. Nobody's taking, like, I don't know, they might not be prospects for them, but when you're looking at the ammo that the Red Wings have, it would have to be prospects because nobody's taking fucking
Comfer.
Cop or Comfer. No, their contracts suck. Nobody's taking Tarasenko. Nobody's taking Justin Hall. Like you would have had to give up prospects.
Go back to Florida.
Nobody wants Tarasenko.
I know, but he'd come from there. Maybe he'd be better with them.
He'd be better with Florida for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, so would everybody. Like, he'd obviously be better on the second best team in the NHL.
I don't know. Maybe like a system wise or whatever it is. We gone over talking hockey. This is new for me, friend.
Let's go to break. Tell us about Mark White.
which could be new for you as a brand new home.
Mark
What you
White.
get yourself is quite the savings on the closing costs if you call my friend Mark White. Known Detroit Lions fan, support local business. My guy Mark White. Save up to $5,000 in the closing costs of your new home. That's 248-290-8242 or visit him at markwhitesells.com. That's 248-290-8242 or visit him at markwhitesells.com.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone where everybody, and we mean everybody, can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month. Upgrade to the Black Card and get you some amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
What up?
We only got 6 minutes.
Okay, so we could rant a little bit more. Okay.
Thank God.
Yeah, let it out, Nick.
Yeah. I am fine.
We are getting to Derrick Barnes. We are getting to
Yes.
the Lions. We're
Yes.
going to do that.
And shout out to you guys
after
who
the break.
participated in the poll, by the way, too. Thank you for doing
Appreciate
that.
you guys. We're going to get into that. But we want to give it its right worth, and this is a short segment because we went over. So
Yeah.
we're going to get into that right after about 5:30. We'll get into Derrick Barnes stuff.
Actually, completely forgot what I was going to ask. But I was going to say that I do like the Mrazek trade. I don't hate the Mrazek trade. I think it makes sense of that one.
Mrazek and Craig Smith are two guys that, like, I understand what Steve Yzerman's saying when he says
To make the playoffs.
to make the playoffs.
The Lion fucking sucks.
We did what
Sorry,
we
I was
could.
lying, but what the fuck?
We did what we could to make the playoffs. You got a guy in a center in Craig Smith who's old, but he's been in the league he's a better center than Joe Veleno.
And we need this position.
We need a center. You got a guy who can actually center a line in the NHL.
Uh-huh.
Not great at faceoffs, but not terrible. He's a physical guy. He's not, he's going to be your third or fourth center. And then you got Mrazek, who is, I'd take over line right now. And obviously Stevie didn't want to mortgage any of his young pieces, and I didn't want him to either, to get a Cousins or a Rantanen or somebody like that. Rantanen was never going to happen, but I didn't expect much at the deadline, and it's pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen, except
Yeah.
I thought
To
maybe
be honest-
a defenseman instead of a goalie, but he went with a goalie.
This was more than I expected, just based off last year. And I didn't think that he had aspirations to make the playoffs. But you're right. If you didn't want to part ways with some of the prospects we have, then this does make sense. But let me ask this then, in that scenario, who's coming up next year? Like, when are we finally going to see?
Kosa, Danielson, and ASP will all be on this team next year.
You agree? Nicholas?
Nick can't
Yeah.
trust Kosa anymore.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
We still don't trust you.
I mean,
I
I will say, all the comps coming out about Kosa, like, I'm a little aggravated that he got the one game and that they didn't give him more run.
Yeah.
to
The
see
half a game.
The half a game. Because
Yeah.
he's 22 now. He turns 23 starting next year. Like, he's had time to develop. I looked back at, I'm not saying he's going to be it, but the comps were there. Oh, yeah, when he was in Tampa, he went out and got Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky debuted at 20.
Yeah.
Kosa's 22. That's just it. Like, obviously, he's not going to be a Hall of Fame
Kosa's not
goalie, or at least, but
Vasilevsky. He's Bishop.
Um,
He is Stevie's first goalie. Trey Augustine is Vasilevsky. Bishop Vasilevsky. That's what he did in Tampa. That's what he's trying to do here.
Shout
I know-
out to IT Hips with the super chat real quick.
Yeah.
And I actually think it's a phenomenal point, by the way, too. He says, I think the biggest issue with the Wings is their pro scouting department, which is made up of former Red Wings players. Outside of Kane and DeBrincat, the free agent acquisitions have been abysmal.
Yeah.
And that's a completely fair criticism.
That is a
Yes.
very fair take to have. You can't argue it. Like Nick already
Especially
gave
with all
you the
your
list
buddies, you
of
know.
all the free agents that he signed with Comfer and with Kopp and with Rasmussen or with Sherratt and with Hall and Petrie. I will give him credit. There were pieces in here previous to this year that he signed that were good contracts. David Perron signed him. Good contract, good player. Oscar Sundqvist signed him. Good contract, good player. Gostisbehere signed him. Good contract, good player. They just moved on from that. And was that a mistake? Maybe. But those were good contracts. The ones he has now, though, Justin Hall, no excusing. Awful contract. Dan Petrie, no excusing. Awful contract. Vladimir Tarasenko, we were all excited for that one. Didn't turn out. He's terrible. So, yeah, that is a very fair criticism to have.
And that's why I'm so aggravated today. It's not about the trade deadline. I'm not pissed that we didn't mortgage the future. In the long run, it's smart. No doubt about it. Yeah. I'm pissed that we are in this position again to not go out and do something. That we have lost 4 games in a row, and it's because of the moves that he's made in the offseason to not put this right team together when adding these young prospects in. And not just young prospects, elite prospects. They're going to do better with better players around them, as we've seen throughout the NHL. You look at Dallas. You look at, Wyatt Johnson right now balling out. Same draft as Lacosa. Like, a lot of young guys can do well. You saw Marco Kasper on the first line doing well when he was around good talent. That's what pisses me off, is why we are here again. And it was because of the things that we did not do and did in the offseason. I thought the biggest one was Wallman and Gostisbehere.
Yeah, the Wallman shit's kind of...
the Wallman, like I said, the Wallman thing is Stevie's biggest fumble as a GM for sure. I said Dan Petrie, I meant Jeff Petrie. But also, when it comes to this year, and like I said, you have every single right to be upset with the way they're playing right now, because I am. It's disgusting. First of all, the season's not over.
Not over.
They're only 1 point out of the playoffs right now. So, like, it's not like they just got kicked to last in the East and there's no hope. They can flip it around just as easy as they did before.
They ain't looking good.
And it's not looking good, no. But that's
Moose's first game back.
This is what they are. Like, I don't know if anybody on God's green earth had expectations of this team this year higher than a borderline playoff team. And right now, they are a borderline playoff team. And when you go on a run of 7 wins in a row in the NHL, this league balances itself out. You're going to lose some ugly stretches like this because you're not one of the upper echelon teams in the NHL. You're just not. You're not the Maple Leafs. You're not the Panthers. You're not going to win 14 games in a row, lose 2, and then win 5 more in a row. That's not what this team is. Yeah, they're a borderline playoff team, and that's where they are right now. It just sucks because they're losing ugly right now. They're losing ugly, and it's an effort thing and goaltending.
Yeah. Fuck you, Alex Lyon. Love you, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Ever since I gave him credit for the Canada stretch, I do want to say this. Yeah, borderline playoff team, but you added a guy from the championship team Panthers. You called up a few other guys.
Probably the worst player on your team.
Yeah, but I'm saying you made moves to be better than a borderline playoff team.
Dominic Shine got called up, and I will say this: if Carter Mazur doesn't get hurt in that game, I think the Red Wings win that game because they're missing meat and potatoes guys.
He's a meat and potatoes guy.
Who,
if you guys didn't know, Carter Mazur made his debut in his elbow, dislocated his elbow last night on like his second line.
So gross.
I
feel so bad for the kid.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys real quick.
They called up Dominic Shine as a transaction. Nice. Shout out Shiner.
Give it to him, Shiner.
Shout out Shiner.
Let's go.
I liked how he was playing when he was up here last time.
So you said like you weren't expecting some like significant increase or like expecting the playoffs, but my question to you is
I was.
Yeah, we were close to the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And you added more.
And we had 91 points last year. I was expecting a little bit better than 91 points.
Yeah.
And this team is not on pace. They have a lower points percentage than that.
Yeah.
0.532 with a tough-ass schedule coming up. They're going to take it downhill.
All right, let's go to break. Come back. We'll give the people what they asked for. Derrick Barnes re-signed to the Detroit Lions. We'll finish bitching about the Detroit Red Wings a little bit later in the show, but we'll get to the Detroit Lions news. By Feist, tell us about that
Feist,
merch.
it's merch.
You wise
we gotta
guy.
get to business here. Head on over to Woodward Sports, all of you, and go ahead and get some new Detroit sports merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn all of you's head. Head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shop tab, and get some brand new merch.
No one on gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet of Novi, Detroit's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 6 consecutive years. Get a 2025 Chevy Silverado for just $213 a month. And you can get a 2025 Chevy Equinox for only $286 a month. Come see George Hawes and his team at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi today.
Oh, fuck, I almost died. Lightning.
Get yourself together, man. The
The
Detroit Lions extend linebacker Derrick Barnes on a 3-year deal up to $25.5 million. $16 million of it guaranteed. You know,
that's where I am too.
Not bad, not great, good. I will say,
It's not grabbing me right now.
Yeah. I will say this. He's very close with your new defensive coordinator, Calvin Shepard. We heard Calvin Shepard have that text message exchange the moment they drafted Jack Campbell, and we saw Derrick Barnes elevate. And he kind of was continuing that progress.
Prayed to the Lord.
Yeah. And he got some powers. He got some mystic powers, clearly. And this year, I think he was off to another good start for a minute there at the Sam spot. In the Sam spot that we didn't really have locked down. And yeah, we need. They bring him. He's multifaceted. This guy played in the slot and was like successful in screenplays, but still the guy you could trust in the slot out there. You put him back there in the Sam, put him back there in the Will. He'd line up on the line as a fifth edge for 5-man fronts, which is kind of good for stuffing the run that the Detroit Lions are notoriously good at, as well as blitzing quarterbacks and putting pressure on them too. $8 million is not going to make or break you. Would have liked that money to go towards your CB1 and Carlton Davis. Yes, but I like Derrick Barnes. I don't dislike him. He missed the Dak Prescott sack, but $8 million is not enough to be mad about.
This $8 million a year contract, and everybody saw the 3 years 25 freaked out. It's really 2 years 16. If he plays the whole contract, that means he's playing well because it's 2 years fully guaranteed, $16 million basically.
Yeah.
This is like 2 years ago signing a guy to a $5 million a year deal. With the salary cap going up how it has, these role player type guys, these middle of the line guys that are important to your team but not superstars, those contracts are going to go up too. It's like I remember it on a macro scale, this is like when Mike Conley signed his contract in the NBA. When Mike Conley signed his contract in the NBA, it was the first contract after that big media rights deal, after that big new TV deal, and it was like 4 years, $110 million. And everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Mike Conley? No way. And then everybody starts getting paid after that. Like, this is a contract that would have been a joke or just that's a fine deal 2 years ago. It would have been 3 years, $15 million. But now because the cap is so high, these contracts bump up a little bit too. This is a fine deal, fine signing. I don't think it'll cost you Carlton Davis. I mean, you still got a lot of money.
Yeah, and we got some. We'll talk about that a little bit later too. Some confirmation of the Carlton Davis stuff. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Moving on. I saw Casey Fields real quick, Nick, because he's coming off MCL injury. I don't like that, especially after what happened to Davenport. With Davenport tore his tricep, and MCL, as someone who's torn it, it's not that bad of an injury.
I love your ACL and MCL takes.
I'm just saying.
As a survivor.
I was still out there on the dance floor doing my thing, you know?
Yeah, and again,
MCLs aren't that bad. They're very common. They're very
MCLs are
common.
not that bad. And even an ACL, that's not a death sentence
Dave Montgomery
anymore,
came back
man.
for it.
Yeah.
He looked like shit.
Montgomery came back mid-season.
Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about his injury. I'm fine with this signing. I don't, like I said, I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I like Derrick Barnes when he's out there. He makes plays. This isn't like an overpay or anything. It's basically the cost of doing business now with the salary cap the way it is.
And the one more thing, because I want to get to Nick as well, but shout out to Man Beast Morris, one of the OG Detroit Lions YouTubers in the chat.
Shout out.
He says it's mid. But, yeah, the Derrick Barnes is kind of mid, but this is a mid deal. So
it's a mid deal.
You know what I'm saying? If it reached 9, it reached 10, I'm starting to,
Yeah, if it was
I'm
3
already
years,
starting a
30
little
million.
weird at the 8 a little bit, but it's whatever. He is a chess piece for them. And
like I said, this
Kelvin
would've been
Shepherd, I
5
feel like,
2
is going to not take advantage, but put him in places maybe we have yet to see him from. We didn't get to see last year. Maybe he evolved even more in training camp. Who
And
knows?
he played
He picked
well.
off he was Jared Goff's first interception last year.
He was Jared Goff's first interception. He was the last interception the Lions had. And then, well, no, that's not true. Did they pick off the 49ers?
Yeah, they did. Malcolm Rodriguez, shout out.
Shout out, yeah.
But
he got the Lions into the NFC Championship game with that interception. So
Malcolm Rodriguez, real quick news, missed out on $2.5 million after tearing his ACL last year because of a performance bonus he was set to make.
Damn.
That's a 4th-round pick. Yeah, that sucks. That's not even anything a fan could, like, if we made a shirt for him and gave him all the proceeds, we're not making $2.5 million.
No.
That fucking sucks.
that sucks. Well,
Nick,
go out there next year, Malcolm, and get that.
yeah.
Get your lick back.
Get that bag.
I'm glad Spencer brought up the fact that he did have the game sealing interception because that is a big emotional moment as, you know, a Lions franchise.
Time to, yeah.
That's really big. And one of the worst ones was when he missed the safety that went for 97 yards. So I want to take both of those out.
Okay, you're finding the mean of Derrick Barnes.
So let's
Taking off
forget
the
about
peak,
the emotion.
Taking off the bottom.
Let's take out both of them.
Mid.
Finding the mean.
Let's find the mean.
Yeah.
This dude's average.
Yeah.
Like, he's just he's never stood out as anything, you know, bigger than average
Yeah.
in my eyes. And
Ask
I think
Chris's
you're
girlfriend.
right.
Average is just fine.
Yeah.
It's doing the job.
It does wonders. Let me
Below
tell you.
average to average gets the job done.
So how
average
big is
average
average?
with great listening.
Yeah, we're talking average here, or
I think that I agree. He's not a stud or anything, and he didn't get paid like a stud or anything. So that's why I'm fine with it. But I do think that the versatility is a big part. We talk about how much these guys like
That's
that, and like
burned into
Eazy
your
said, you can
vocabulary
move
now.
him around. And you have Derrick Barnes. I'd rather have Derrick Barnes out there than Ben Neiman or Tyler Nowatzki.
yeah, he's going to give you something. If we're
No,
talking about
yeah.
adding another edge rusher,
The depth is important.
he's going to give you a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Oh, he only has 4 career sacks, but the pressure
Grinding.
alone, you know, who knows?
Yeah, is he gonna get? All right,
We don't know.
No,
yeah.
don't do it.
I
You
won't
took
do
it out.
I won't. He won't wrap up. All right.
All right, Chris,
But
make us feel better.
I gotta say real
Pause.
quick. I don't love it. I think I was alarmed at the 8.3.
The average ones don't hurt.
The 8.3 was alarmed. Like, would you guys be surprised at all if he signed for 16.5 for 3 years?
Yes. With what the cap is now?
So allegedly, he could have signed for more.
Yeah, he turned down.
He turned down more money with other
The
teams.
Jets?
Probably. I could see the Jets.
Well, if that's the case, and Aaron likes this guy, he must be a great locker room
Like
guy
I said,
too.
Nick,
No, he's a very good
it's
guy.
because the cap is going up $25 million every year.
Yeah.
These contracts are going to, like I said, you take $2.5 million off for the 2 cap jumps where it went up $25 million. It's a $5 million a year deal 2 years ago, and that makes a lot more sense. $8 million's the new $5 million, Nick. You look fine.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. 1, the cap's going up, and 2, look, this is a Super Bowl window, and maybe it's a little bit of an overpay. Sure, just on market value. I don't think it is. According to reports, it's not. But you're definitely not cutting corners when it comes to this window. This is it. So if you're getting a guy like this, we love Jack Campbell, right? Spent a first-round capital on him. He looked great this year.
Yeah.
But remember, beginning of last year, beginning of his rookie year, we love Jahad Campbell. Spencer, you sold me. You sold me on him. But it takes time for those players. It takes time for those players to get acquiesced. And we are in a window where we are winning right now. That doesn't mean don't draft Jahad Campbell, but while you have Derrick Barnes there and Jahad Campbell is brewing, that is the perfect marriage. That's what you want. You want somebody that can hold down that spot that you know is reliable, good old reliable, and you can have that while you develop your young talent. So to me, this is something that, is it a higher number than you wanted? Sure, but the cap going up and the window that you're in, you can't cut corners.
Shout out to Randall Small with the super chat. He says,
What did you say?
"Hey, honey, how was the sea?
Oh,
average? What the fuck?"
He meant sex. Hey,
Okay.
He said sex and cat. That's what I was laughing at.
Oh, I missed that part.
One after that, he said sex. Hey, honey, how was the sex? Oh, average? What the
fuck?
Oh, that's good old-fashioned fun right there.
At some point during the show, we'll drink enough of these to give you sex advice. How about that? That way it doesn't happen to you again, Rando. You got no advice?
I mean, do your thing. You got to find your ocean.
Listen really well.
Find your ocean.
Yeah. You know, a couple stretches, a couple kegels.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I've got good hip movement. I do pretty well for myself.
Speaking of average, what would you guys grade this Derrick Barnes signing?
Ooh, C.
Probably C+. Yeah,
C+.
C+, B-.
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah, I'll go B- because again, I think that he's an average player, but better when.
What the fuck? Sex.
Yeah,
C+.
I'll go C.
You?
I'll go C. I just think it's like right,
See, right, yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some
C's
upside there.
get degrees.
How old is he?
Probably
I
like,
think he was a 4-year player at
yeah,
Purdue, maybe 5.
probably like 28, 29.
He's only 25.
Wow.
So to put that in perspective,
Really?
Wow, that's good.
wow.
Oh, well, yeah. That
Wow.
makes sense.
So to
that makes
put-
sense. He probably got in the league at 21 or
Put that in
22.
perspective. There's guys getting drafted this year that are 24 years old. Maybe there's a little bit of, room to grow there. Because we say about the guys getting drafted at 24 years old, well, not much to
Yeah.
not much to grow here, boys.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't go any
he
deeper.
I didn't know he was only 25.
Yeah, he's only 25 years old.
Give me more.
I ain't got no more.
Yeah,
I hate
when
when
she
she
says
says
go
that.
deeper, but there's nothing left.
Start crying.
Those are the best.
Are you crying? No, I'm coming from my eyes.
It's pre-com. Let's go to break. We'll come back. Let me tell you about Lady
It's
Jane's.
just so good.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in, sit down, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists like Alyssa. You get a hot lather, neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all that good stuff. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk-ins always welcome. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Yeah, I'm Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday at Big Deer Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that D-Mac trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game, performing at your best. For more information, visit him at MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call him at 248-426-9944. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy work.
What up, though? Welcome back to Heavyweights Live on WoodsportsSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Smorax, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, Beth Harvestein. Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend. I also saw a comment in there from my guy, One Funky Lions fan. He says, I don't get this signing when you could have grabbed Harold Landry. Multiple things there. Harold Landry didn't get released until after the signing, which is like, I thought he got released like 2 o'clock, I think I saw. Mm-hmm. He's also like a edge rusher. Mm-hmm. He's not an edge rusher.
Don't know him.
Yeah, don't know him. Heard he's a terrible guy.
Yeah.
Terrible parker. Like, he's one of the guys that parks, like, over the line.
It's the worst.
Just fucks everybody else up.
It's the worst.
Worst kind of guy
Doesn't
there is.
return his library books.
Doesn't return the library books.
Still has Blockbuster videos.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, that's real POS.
Doesn't pay for a single streaming service.
I don't either, but.
Always uses everybody else's.
I feel
and always cuts
attacked.
out the people that are actually paying for it.
What do you mean?
Like, he goes on.
Oh, he logs them out?
Yeah, it shuts them off.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're still talking about
essentially,
him, right?
not a Dan Campbell guy. No, in all seriousness, he comes from a 3-4 system as an edge rusher, outside linebacker. We're 4-3, handling
We ain't like that.
And he's like 250-some pounds. Like, I hate that I harp on that, and people are like, give me some backlash on it. I don't make the fucking – it's true.
It's not your – yeah.
Yeah, until you show me a guy that weighed less than 265 that they signed in free agency or traded for – that's just the way of the law. That's the way they do it. I don't know if it's an AG thing.
Way of the road, Ricky.
Maybe it changes with Kelvin Shepard. You don't know, but as of now, I'm just going based off the track record. It's the same thing with the Derrick or Trey Hendrickson stuff. It's not coming.
Like, it is funny. I know you said this the other day, but that people are coming at us now. Like,
it is.
You
weird.
guys don't want to trade for anybody. You don't want. It's like, it's not that we don't want to. It's that it's probably not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Like, we wanted it. Trust me. If anybody wants to trade for superstars here, it's us.
Us.
Like,
I am of the leadership council of trade for Myles Garrett.
Yeah, we wanted this before it was cool.
Yeah, honestly, God, we did.
Like,
we really did. 2 years ago, you guys are bitching at us. Now look at all you fucks.
Yeah, you got to come to terms with that.
Seriously.
He's probably not going to do it. He likes to keep his guys. He likes to draft talent. And he likes to be bargain bin bread.
Oh, yeah. Have another one.
Bargain bin bread.
Bargain bin bread.
So
and as evidence of this, Spinny, we have him. His own words. If you don't believe us, it's the one that I sent, the actual video, Chris.
It's those guys are hard to acquire, and it's hard to keep them financially. You know, again, we have one that's due for an extension, and we've already kind of got into the planning stages about him already. And you know, so when you talk about adding another one, it's like, oh, well, all right. Can you financially add another one, because you want to add the other one on top of everything else that you have, and that makes it tough. Huh? Probably not.
Can you financially add another one? So if you're one of those, and sorry, because there's one in the room, shout out Nick, Trey Henderson's not coming here. That's a guy that's literally looking for a contract.
Vikings fans.
Quite literally, the Vikings fan looking for the contract. The other thing, too, is Harold Landry may be another guy, too. Maybe looking for a little bit of a contract. He can demand one. I think he's good enough to, but it's not a Brad Holmes move. It's not what he's going to do.
Now, hold on. Can I counter that? Because we just got reports about him being aggressive to pursue Myles Garrett. Like,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
I have an answer for that one.
Is he just doing the typical GM work where
He's marginalizing white players. No, in all honesty,
that's exactly what I'm getting at. No.
That one made sense. That's a guy that has contractual control. He's got 2 more years left in his deal. He's a guy that wants to contend for a Super Bowl. The difference with Trey Hendrickson, he wants to be paid.
No. I'm not arguing.
No.
that.
I'm just letting you. That's the question you asked.
No,
Trey Hendrickson wants the bag.
I was more so focused on like interpreting that as taking out Myles Garrett too out of the equation, and I'm like, that's where I think
Garrett
he's
too. Electric Boogaloo.
Well, and here's the other thing too. He is the exception to the rule. Like when you have a Hall of Fame defensive end,
anybody does anything they can to get a player like that.
like he is. He's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Trey
much
Hendrickson,
better
very
than Trey
good.
Hendrickson.
Here.
There's levels to this shit,
Yeah.
young boy.
Where do you compare
No
Hutchinson with Hendrickson?
I think
Better.
Hutchinson would have been better than Hendrickson this year.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the tier is similar.
I think Hutchinson is closer to the tier of Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons than he is Hendrickson. Like, I think it goes Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons.
I'm too
Nick
drunk to
Bosa
do
when
that.
he's right. Like, when Nick Bosa's healthy, he's up there. I don't know what's going on with him lately. And I think Hutchinson could be in that tier. I think he would have been this year. And then a tier down, then you got like Daniil Hunter, Trey Hendrickson.
The other thing too,
the others, those ones.
It makes it sound weird.
Yeah.
You made it sound kind of racist. I don't know.
Trey Hendrickson white.
The other thing with Trey Hendrickson, he's 1 year older than Myles Garrett, and then if you dive into like the film of it all, or if you talk to like a Titans Bengals fan, he's not great against the run. Myles Garrett is the whole kit and caboodle.
Myles Garrett is
entire
a
package.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, gold jacket guy. Like, in all honesty, there's differences there as why you would rather go for him. Why Brad did try to go for him, and I'm just telling you straight up, it's not going to happen with
Supercell sucks in the Woodward Sports chat. Nick is so fucking annoying.
I love Nick.
Do you care to cut me too?
Yeah, I don't know what, like.
I just like getting him riled.
He gets passionate, and I love what he's passionate.
Oh, it's
he
awesome.
cares about what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He gives a fuck about his point.
It's better than shout out, love him, but Bruno, no.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
not
that
gonna
was
say
crazy.
Yeah, when we were doing the live stream, when we were out for
Legendary.
getting some cash, I was having some fun with the chat.
Allegedly.
To that guy, no idea what his name is. King doesn't, look down on the peasants or whatever.
What are you
the saying
saying?
is. Fuck you,
I think he
Supercell.
was
That's
trying
what
to
I
get
The
a
mean.
bar
wolf
off.
doesn't concern
The wolf
itself
of
with
a
the
sheep.
opinion of the sheep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Supercell, fuck off.
Oh, that's your Lorena Rios, huh? That's your a tour. We
No,
all
I
got
don't.
one.
I don't even know who this guy
Well, it
is.
is now. You made it. Blood feud.
And one Funky Lions fan, who I think is a knowledgeable guy, usually typically in the chat too. Like, again, once more, he's also Harold Landry specifically coming from a 3-4.
Yeah.
It's also just not. It's not gonna.
No.
Not our
But
cup of tea.
and we talk. I know I said like Jahad Campbell. I was pushing Jahad Campbell to fill that role for Derrick Barnes, but also Brad Holmes doesn't like to go in a draft with holes in his roster.
Yep.
That's why I feel like the Carlton Davis deal is going to get done because he doesn't like to go into a draft not having a solidified piece. He likes to go into a draft and be able to draft whoever he wants because his roster is full and he doesn't have a hole. So,
well, there's still free agency for him. Carlton Davis not coming back.
you're stamping it. Pizza
Dave,
bet.
You see, pizza bet it.
Wait, did I see what?
Pizza bet it. Dave Burkett spoke to some sources at the Combine even before that tweet that mentioned he wants to be somewhere around 20 million, where the Lions are 12.
12?
12?
12 to like 14.
Yeah.
So
Carlton Davis probably not.
He gone.
Yeah, if you're at 12.
Unless he hits the market and other teams are like, fuck. So, all right, here's a scenario I think he'd come back. New York Giants. Pitiful organization. They offer him 14. That's not too far off from where you actually enjoyed your time and we're having like some success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if the next offer isn't that far off from where we are, I feel like it could happen because like this was a better environment.
Commanders releasing Jonathan Allen says
Derrick Barnes, right?
I did see that.
That happened earlier.
I would be interested. In
I
that.
would be very interested.
But that's another thing.
That's going to be a $20 million contract.
Brad, in the clip we played from the words himself, we got guys we're trying to handle right now. We got guys due for extensions right now. How am I going to add on another guy? And then if you guys didn't know that last question, you couldn't really hear, then he said probably not. It was Dave Burkett asking, are we going to add another superstar edge rusher? Probably not.
Brad does not like Dave Burkett.
He does not like. Yeah, he laughed at him too.
Yeah, Brad does not. Brad does
He
not.
laughed at him and walked off.
I think that actually means we're
Look,
going.
did you hear what I
to.
just
It's
said?
not even his fault. I think it's Carlos, whatever his name is.
dude.
Monarez? Is that-
Carlos
is that it?
Monarez sucks.
The worst.
Sucks.
The fucking.
suck,
Can Steve
Carlos.
Yzerman trade that guy out of town
That would be nice.
for cash consideration? I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus
I would rather
Christ.
trade him than Jake Wallman.
For sure would have.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah. And an update on the
Brad does
Miles
hate
Garrett
Dave
deal.
Burkett, though.
I think it's Carlos. I think because when he not bitched at Dave, was calling him out, it was for Carlos's article. He just saw Detroit Free Press.
I mean, isn't Dave Burkett?
Yeah, they're both Detroit Free
Is
Press.
is Dave Burkett the editor?
I think so.
So
He lets that
it's
shit
on
slide.
him. Yeah.
Carlos is the one always coming after him.
Carlos is. Oh no, Carlos is
Everybody.
definitely. Everybody knows.
He tried
that.
canceling Dan Campbell for saying gay. He didn't even say gay. He was like, they sleep with men. Like, you know that?
No.
You didn't see that when he first got hired?
No.
Dude.
What did he say?
Carlos Monarez and some other little punk. The other guy got exposed too, by the way. They tried canceling Dan Campbell for he had like a rally up speech before they fought or before they played some rival.
He's calling the other team gay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But he didn't even say it like that. He just pretty much said like they sleep with men or something like that. Like you like women, they sleep with men.
Sleep with men.
I'll find the article. I'll find
We
the quote.
sleep with women. That's crazy.
I wonder if it's on video.
That's a hype speech. Dude.
Yeah.
They're banging dudes over there.
Yeah. What is and Dan Campbell's voice too?
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Listen, man. They're fucking boys.
Right when he got hired, like this guy just got here and you're trying to cancel him. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
stuff,
loser
man.
shit.
I got a question for you guys because you said that there's no chance we're gonna get Trey Hendrickson,
Yeah.
and you said very unlikely that we're gonna get Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Do we have enough in house to not make a big move
No.
to get the job done?
No, we do. We do have enough. All it takes a little draft assets, man. Cook it up.
Health
Make it
and
work.
wealth too.
I think. I mean,
Not get it. I'm saying
What do you
get
mean big
the,
move?
Get
I-
the job done, aka the Super Bowl, without making a significant move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
okay. I thought you meant the trade.
You don't.
Oh,
think,
you meant the trade? No, I
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
what you meant. Yeah. No. I think they need to get a piece on the defensive line. At least one.
I think
Easy.
Nick brought up a phenomenal point yesterday with Zary Smith. It could be a very efficient piece for
They
you.
rock, fellas. Shout out, man.
Yeah.
Fuck Jay-Z.
Something like that.
No, I mean if that was a line from Ether.
Shout out.
I'll find it. This is taking forever to
I'm
load.
gonna take over again.
But to Nick's
no
point yesterday,
mustache heaven. Don't want to get canceled.
Campbell was 22-year-old senior at Texas A&M when he spoke at a pep rally for about 40,000 fans before the game against
okay,
rival
you're an
Texas
ally.
in 1998. After expressing hatred for Longhorns, Campbell said he was proud to attend a university where men like women and women like men.
I like my universities where the men like women and women like the men. That sounds like something Dan Campbell would do.
Yeah, and then the very next day, even back then, he apologized in the newspaper. He said, I offended some people, and I'm sorry for that.
I mean, he's
It was
not
in
a
the heat of the
hateful
moment.
person.
It was not necessary that I directed that at anyone. So if he already apologized for Carlos Monarez to then go digging to pull it up, like, fuck you.
We should
Get
dig
that-
into
I
Carlos
hate that.
Monarez's life.
So there was another guy that was part of it. I forgot his name. Some Alto or something like that.
A tour?
A tour?
That also, maybe.
Wait.
But also reported on it, and then they dug in his Twitter and found a couple N-words in there.
Ooh.
There were song lyrics, but still.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you want to make fun of Dan Campbell?
Gotta clear those out.
Yeah.
You gotta clear those out.
God really knows.
Well, I mean,
I don't
God
know, Chris.
really does.
Yeah. I mean, that's just
5 stars.
stupid shit. 5 stars.
5 stars.
I forgot what we were talking about before that. Oh yeah, Nick. I
Do
think
have enough to get the job done for the Super Bowl?
No, they're not. They need to add somebody on the defensive line.
You currently have a hole at CB1.
That too.
So like you got to do that. I think maybe you could get it done with Za'Darius and if Hutch is back, because like I re-listened. The reason why I got that quote today is I re-listened to that entire interview looking for that quote because I read it and then I wanted to find the actual video to play it in here.
Yeah.
And he talked about just watching offensive free agent for Arizona, by the way. So maybe we're signing someone from there if you guys want to look it up. But how good the defense was before the injuries.
Yeah.
We really were.
They
So,
were
like,
elite.
Hutch comes back, Aleem comes back. We'll probably be
With
elite again.
Za'Darius?
Yeah, we just got
And that's what it says. Demetrius Hurt says Z on top of the world, out in Africa with Cash to also sleep
oh,
on Z.
man, balls deep.
Yeah, good
Too
for
far.
him.
My bad.
No, it's fine.
But she's very attractive.
It's Friday.
That
Good
was
for him.
crazy.
I've always had a thing cashed out.
I think that
Absolutely.
Za'Darius Smith's fantastic, but it's the depth on that. We literally have 3 edge rushers on our roster right now. Like, we need to sign more pieces, and I would prefer them to be good pieces. Like, you could have Zadarius Smith, still go get Joey Bosa, or still sign a Matthew Judon, and have a nice rotation, because it takes a rotation. It's not just, I love the pairing of Zadarius and Aiden. I can't wait to see it, but you still need more in there. I want them to re-sign Al-Qadim Muhammad. I want them to add another edge rusher to have then Pascal, Hutch, Zadarius, Al-Qadim Muhammad, edge rusher, and a rookie.
One funky Lions fan, Evan Brown, was in Arizona last year. Yes, he was. There's another interior offensive lineman, and I think Zay Flowers is there. Those are the names of note that I think could have come over here. But
what?
Because when Brad Holmes mentioned like how good the defense was, he was watching week 3 offensive guys, free agents in Arizona. I'll pull up the list. We'll go across them and we'll do some hunting. And we'll also talk about the cornerback position, too pricey.
Tell us about the socials, Chris.
Let me tell you about the socials. Head on over to @Woodward Sports on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, all of that @Woodward Sports. Follow the #1 Detroit sports network and stay up to date with everything Detroit sports, live breaking news, reactions, everything you know and trust from the best source, Woodward Sports.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. You got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Here's our sports book, the official sports book of Woodward Sports. Use code word Woodward 1000. Scan that QR code above my head. Your first bet up to $1,000 will be risk-free, meaning if it doesn't hit, you'll get it back in bonus bets. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sports book of Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back. Whatever waits live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by Sumo Rags, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff. I appreciate you guys spending your Friday evenings with us.
Golly
I
gee
saw
willikers.
something Matthews. It's crazy. You can see it from the front. It was a wild experience there.
It's awesome.
But he mentioned that he wants a faster linebacker to help with mobile quarterbacks. And the one thing I wanted to mention about the Derrick Barnes signing, I don't think this takes you out of contention for a Jihad Campbell in the draft. Because Brad's going to draft the best player.
Whoever's the best player.
He don't give a good goddamn shit.
And I got to think that Jihad Campbell is pretty fucking high on Brad Holmes' board.
I think so, too.
With what he can do, with his athletic ability, where he's from, his lineage, how he plays. He's a good kid. I was watching his interviews. He seems, he doesn't seem like an asshole or anything like that. I got to think Jihad Campbell is pretty high on Brad Holmes' board. And if he's there, I wouldn't be surprised if they still took him. Because, like I said, Derrick Barnes is a 2-year deal. So, 2 years, if Jihad Campbell turns into Lawrence Taylor, then Derrick Barnes off the books, and you got your guy.
Do you think, love Brad, kind of crazy, maybe I'm tripping, tell me if I'm tripping, that he had, because he does BPA, he had Jack Campbell ranked over Brian Branch? I fucked up, too.
No, I don't think that's crazy.
I think that's crazy.
With Jack Campbell's size, athletic ability, captain.
As a prospect?
Yeah.
I still like Brian
there were
Branch.
questions about Brian Branch.
Yeah. We had questions about
everybody
Jack.
had questions.
We didn't like Jack going into the draft.
Going into the draft,
We sold ourselves
and then after that combine happened, though, we were like, okay, it makes sense why he's the #1 linebacker.
Yeah. And again,
Barnes is a 3-year extension, yes, but it's 2 years guaranteed.
Yep, $16 million, so $8 million a year, pretty much. I think 25.5 breaks out to 8.5 each year, and I expect the cap hits to be like 4, 12, and then whatever else it is, because that's your 16 the first 2 years. And speaking
Hopefully
of
it's
like
12 and then 4.
What'd you say?
Probably the biggest cap hit would be this year, right? No, maybe.
No, they don't. Front
Yeah,
load.
they don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That would make
I don't
sense.
know why.
Nobody
Yeah,
does.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
why.
why
I have
they
no
don't
clue
front
why.
load.
I get it for
I get
positions that are likely to get injured.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But for quarterback, I'd front load that all day if I want to keep Joe Burrow's situation right now. If you front loaded him, then you could afford Jamar Chase. Maybe you could afford T. Higgins too. Either way, we'll get into it. And yeah, by the time they get older, then they're more cuttable or tradable. Whatever. Do you think this affects the Detroit Lions' free agency plans at all? I don't think it affects the draft plans at all.
No, I think this was part of their plan.
Yeah.
Like that, they
Clearly.
obviously knew they wanted to keep Derrick Barnes and have him in here, so they've been factoring this in. I don't think this changes anything.
Yeah. With the Carlton Davis news, are you a little bit more concerned now? Do you see why it's not why it's crashing out? I told you why it's crashing out.
That sucks.
What's the news?
Oh,
that he wants $20 million.
Dave Burkett put in an article that he's a little too pricey for the Detroit Lions. He was told at the combine that he wants upwards of $20 million, 17, $20 million, and the Lions came in at like 12.
I like it. For us, we'll be
don't.
all right. No, I'm saying, like, I like the lowball offer. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, let him hit the market, see what he can make, and hopefully nobody offers him the $20 million. He just comes back to Detroit.
Yeah, I also think that tweet is like a cry out, like, please, like, give me the money I want because I want to be here. Like, I do interpret that tweet as that. So I think the Lions are in, I won't say an advantageous situation, but they're in a situation that they can definitely that can work for them, because I gotta believe that whatever number he gets somewhere, he's gonna come back to the Lions and shop that and be like, hey, can you get close to this? So I still feel good. I'm not closing the door on it at all, because
price match that.
If he's talking about $20 million and he's getting 12, if we're that far off, he would have been signed somewhere if that $20 million offer was there. It's not there. It's probably
but it's not open to free. He can't negotiate till Monday.
Yeah, you can't talk.
I mean, but you know how this is. Like, you gotta imagine back channels,
because you already was like the inside guys would have reported anything like already.
So you don't think there's back channels? Like, remember how NBA, like, day one of free agency at midnight, it's like 50.
NBA's lawless.
Yeah, the
NBA's lawless.
That's what you get when you
like
guarantee
that.
full contracts.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah.
It's the
football. You got to get what you can.
You
when
can't even
can.
boycott the national anthem, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, in terms of, like, the back end negotiation.
That's like
Jeff
when
Bird says Adebo coming. You talked about Adebo.
That'd be the answer. If you can't retain Carlton Davis,
What about
if you
Travarius
offer
Ward?
Debo,
You could get him.
What about me?
I think he's in the same type of market as.
Do you think
Carlton Davis.
you think he's looking for $20 million as well?
I think so. I mean, I think he's worth it.
Who would you rather pay $20 million to?
That's a great question. I'm not as familiar with Travarius Ward as I am Carlton Davis.
Yeah. I can't forget what Carlton Davis did to DK Metcalf, dude.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
No one does that to DK Metcalf.
No, he punked him.
You had Jamar Chase, who's arguably the best receiver, if not 1A, 1B to Justin Jefferson.
I think he's the best.
Asked who was like the best cornerbacks he's gone against, and Carlton Davis was on that list.
Yeah, he said he's number one.
I would honestly.
He said he's the toughest cornerback he's ever played against.
I like the size for like the younger guys as well too, like Tyron Arnold and his Rakestraw. There you go. To help them out in their growth, right? But like, whatever, man. I'm moving on. I'm not gonna keep.
Who's the best
being sad
cornerback
about
we can get for $12 million a year, Lil Stinky? Probably Paulson Adebo.
Yeah, I think you could trick Paulson Adebo into doing something like that, coming off the injury.
Yeah.
Then maybe we
Sign
should
Ward
look at
for
the
14.
trade market.
If you could get Ward for 14, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but Ward is, I think, 1 year younger, if not the same age as Carlton Davis, and I'd say just as good.
Yeah, same ballpark.
And maybe that's what Brad's doing. This could be. I don't agree with Anson's analogy for it, just because I think Carlton Davis is a lot better player than Jamal Williams. He's compared to Jamal Williams, but I think Carlton Davis is a lot more important and a lot more better,
and in a
than Jamal
much
Williams.
more
crucial position.
That's
what I'm saying. More important, but he compared to like where he kind of outpriced himself, and he got dicked because Brad was pretty firm in his offer. But again, this one's a different scenario where you got a guy that's kind of more important to your team at CB1, Carlton Davis, where it's like, just let me know.
Especially with where you're at right now as a team.
That's why it pisses me off, man.
But would you crash out if they were going with? Because Amik showed he could play outside.
I think he's better outside.
Yeah.
Although smaller sample
Amik
size.
and Terrion and Ennis at slot. And they signed Darius Slay.
If you're doing that, bolster up the edge rushers.
Yeah, you got it. That's it. That's
line.
the answer. You gotta add another elite edge rusher next to it to where it doesn't even matter who's in coverage. No offense to them, but you're just getting to the quarterback every play.
And then here's the official quote from the Dave Paquette article. Davis, 28, is considered one of the top free agent cornerbacks available and expecting to command a salary north of $15 million per season. The Lions are looking to spend slightly less on a veteran cornerback, perhaps in the $12 million per range. One agent who mapped the Lions at the NFL Combine told the Free Press last week. And then the guy that we talked to, who I'll just tell you straight up, we thought was Carl Davis' dad.
Yeah,
was talking $20 million. And the fact that he had the gall to even say $20 million.
I mean,
because nobody's no. I mean,
again, that's his dad.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like,
and that's where it starts for sure.
Yeah.
If you're Carlton Davis, you walk in, you say, I want $20 million a year.
Yeah.
If you're the Lions, you walk in and say, we're looking to pay you $12 million a year.
15.
And normally, you find somewhere in the middle. That's how negotiations work. So I'm still not freaking out right. It's definitely not good. Definitely doesn't look good. But if someone gives Carlton Davis $20 million on the open market, I would be fine that the Lions didn't do that. If someone gives Carlton Davis $17 million on the open market and the Lions don't, I would be a little upset.
It's what happens. You let your bitch go on break and she runs to the wrong one. Somebody, might fuck her good and you lose her. You lose her for good.
Hey, sometimes they know where Holmes at though.
That's what I'm saying. That's where Holmes at. Holmes ain't fucking right now.
I swear.
I don't know.
Can't get it up.
I'll let you eat my ass.
Let's
go to break.
Hold on, Nick was gonna say something.
No, let's go to break.
No, what's up, Nick?
All right.
We need a little refresh before the break.
I just think still even $17 million is a lot of money for Carlton Davis, who does not, give you a full season ever.
What would you be comfortable paying?
15, but I guess if Derrick
Top
Barnes
maxing
is
at 15?
Yes.
Yep. With Derrick Barnes making 8,
then maybe I don't know what these guys are worth anymore.
It's the same kind of deal, dude. Like,
So then why not give him 20 then if it's the match?
the $20 million this year is $17 million 2 years ago.
Easy. I think you don't do it if you're Brad Holmes because you have faith in those guys that you just drafted. You are putting your nuts on the table saying these guys will produce. I have faith in my guys. He brought in Amik Robertson. He gave him that contract. Nobody has more faith in the world than Brad Holmes in his guys.
Where's your faith?
It's not
Nicholas
like we're
Koloff.
sitting with Cam Sutton and Jerry Jacobs. I will say that.
Where's your faith?
It's hard to have any faith in Rakestraw because you haven't seen it, but I liked him coming out of college.
Well,
Terry on?
He's cute.
At like a 7 out of 10?
Faith that he's going to be good?
I think that he's going to be good next year.
Don't
Yeah,
let
I'm at about a 7.5 out of 10.
You just gave him a look like you're about to go hard.
No, I just wanted to faith.
That he's going to be good?
You don't think he's going to be good?
I'll say 8 out of 10 that he's going to be a good quarterback next year.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I would say, I'd say 8 or 9. I think
CB1 Sam.
CB1,
Sam.
it's lower than that.
Yeah, Sam.
I would say 7 for CB1 is fair. Very fair.
Chat, let us know. We'll throw out the commercial break.
Let's go to break.
Where's your confidence level?
Let me tell you guys about the best pizza in the game. Buddy's Pizza. Buddy's Pizza created the category of the original Detroit-style pizza. They made it first and has been serving it since 1946 with 22 locations in Michigan. There is always a Buddy's Pizza near you. Buddy's is a cornerstone of the city of Detroit, being here for 79 years and is a dedicated community partner. With notable partnerships with local organizations like Michigan Humane, Salvation Army, and the Detroit Zoo, save 10% on your entire order using promo code 10MEAL. That's promo code number 10MEAL. Go find a location near you at buddyspizza.com.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
All's Cannabis got the top shelf quality, unmatched variety price for the people. Visit shopjars.com to find one near you. You guys already know I partake, and I partake at Jars Cannabis specifically for the re-up. To find one near you, once more, visit shopjars.com. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Milan, or Madison Heights, there's one coming to you soon. Brandon, S1.
Shout out, Brandon.
Just unnecessary Vildor hate. Just get rid of Vildor. He's a free agent, brother. So
he's a free agent, yeah.
You may
he
get
said
your
if we sign Kirby, him and Amit can guide Terrion Arnold.
They play different.
And he said Rake is perfect for nickel. They do like Rake Straw and nickel.
Yeah.
He's also not a big Vildor guy.
Not a big Vildor guy.
That Easy's Bizarro Easy's burner.
Which one?
It's Eazy from the opposite universe that hates Vildor instead of loves it.
Oh.
Eazy from Earth 7.
Dimitri's hurt. I think TA will tank a bit. Whoa. Someone will hurt his pride this upcoming season. One deep ball pass away. I'm not convinced with TA.
I don't think TA is that weak-minded.
Not at all.
I think Terrion Arnold is a very strong-minded, strong-willed person, and one deep shot against him will not hurt his confidence at all. I think he's going to take a huge leap forward next year.
I got to meet TA with Justin last season. We were at the DC Sports off of Hall Road. Shout out.
Korean Jesus?
Inviting us. Yeah, Korean Jesus Justin. TA has the ultimate confidence. And beyond that, having that conversation with him, talking with him.
Oh, yeah, you asked him about the basketball players.
Yeah. Basketball players have the ultimate confidence, right? But beyond that, to put out those raps he puts out, gotta be confident.
Gotta be
confident to put that shit out.
DBR with the super chat in the Woodward Sports chat. He says the year two jump is going to be bigger than what most think, and Amik and TA were locking down at the end. Amik was playing great ball before he got hurt, for sure. And I agree. I think the year two jump of a cornerback is huge. And I expect Terrion to do it.
Huge.
Yeah.
I think if you watch him last year, and this is more so for Hurts that was commented a little bit earlier, he was in phase. He just didn't have his head turned around.
Nope.
And you saw like the penalties, they slowly declined throughout the season. So I don't think you could say there'll be any type of decline. I think if anything, there will be.
There's nowhere to go but
ascend.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. I don't think he'll be locked down good. At least I'm not willing to say it. I think he could be locked down.
I think
good.
he can be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can be. The other thing too is, to be honest with you, and maybe I just don't know enough football to express this opinion, but I don't know that he's built for man coverage scheme. I feel like he's built for zone because we've went over after he's drafted. At least I asked the question. I dared to ask it. Look at the great cornerbacks throughout NFL history. All pretty fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Slay included. Terrion wasn't that quick at the combine.
No.
Pretty sure he ran like a 4.5, sub 4.5. But I do think in zone coverage though, I think he'd be a dog, absolute dog. And maybe that's a tweak that's coming too.
Lil Stinky says we had 5 pre-draft meetings with CBs in comparison to just 1 defensive tackle meeting. We also had like 10 with edge rushers and 5 with linebackers. Like they meet with the guys that are there. So on the day that cornerbacks,
that is interesting though.
On the day that cornerbacks worked out, I mean, I'm sure they met with a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I didn't pay attention at all to the cornerback class. Gotta be honest with you, because I was we're set. But now with the Carlton Davis stuff, maybe I should. I mean, I don't know. But like you said, Brad Holmes doesn't fulfill needs through the draft.
No, he's going to take the best player available. And if the best player available is a cornerback, then you do that. But
Famous Amos, come on home.
Jahad Campbell, man,
Shamar Stewart.
I still want him.
A lot of those guys.
I don't think Shamar Stewart's going to be anywhere near us.
No, I don't think he will. I listened to that.
What about
presser today? What?
Pierce? There's no way, right?
I think there's a way.
But if you don't draft Jalen Carter because his off the field history, you're not going to draft Pierce.
Mm-hmm. Zubair Wilson, that's exactly my point. It says Richard Sherman ran a 4-5, and the Legion of Boom played cover 3-man. Zone coverage team. That's what I think Terrion's built for. I think he's built for zone coverage.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see that. Maybe that's a tweak that's coming. Who's to say? Because if you lose, especially if you lose Carlton Davis, then you go ahead and sign Darius Slay. He's coming from zone coverage too, and you only allowed like 54% completion percentage. So if you're bringing him in, go to zone.
Dr. Clapping Cheeks says we almost had zero pressure after Hutch went down. Absolutely, that definitely doesn't help a rookie cornerback in man coverage when he has to guard for 4-5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had pressure at times, but it was simulated it was simulated pressure. You know,
simulated.
Like
it's all simulated.
Well, we'd had to put like the extra fifth man down on blitzes or like disguise the blitz. You know what I'm saying? And no, it was not cover 3 man. It was cover 3 zone. I'm pretty sure. Cover 3 is literally 2 cornerbacks. Let me look it up. How about that? But I was listening to Brad Holmes just throughout I was listening to multiple interviews because I was looking for that specific clip where he's talking about I'm going to pay my guys internally and talking about not spending money in free agency or externally, I should say, just so I could reiterate the Trey Henderson point once more. And I heard him multiple times too. You know, sign the needs, draft the best player available. He doesn't even carry a depth chart into the draft room, so doesn't get anything mixed up like that.
The Legion of Boom used a 4-3 base formation with a cover 3 defense. I don't know. It doesn't say man or zone.
But Paulson Adebo, I think, is a must. I think he's at the top of the chart. I just found it as a cover 3 zone. From 2012 to 2017, primarily ran a cover 3 zone scheme as the backbone of the defensive identity. Though they mixed in defensive coordinators like Gus Bradley and Dan Quinn, the system was built around the simplicity, physicality, and execution rather than the complexity, leveraging the unique talents of players like Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, and Cam Chancellor.
Yep. Cover 3 zone.
Which I'm not opposed to, by the way. Not opposed to cover 3 zone. I think your best cornerback in that room right now, if Carlton walks, is a zone cover corner, and that's Terrion Arnold. Would you be opposed to that? I don't give a fuck what scheme it is.
No, I don't give a fuck what
it.
scheme it is as long as it works.
Yeah. What up, Nick?
I agree.
100%.
Do you guys think that it is possible that they do change up the scheme? I mean,
yeah,
they said they want to switch some things up, and obviously Kelvin Shepard's not Aaron Glenn. Like, he could have his own philosophy on defense.
I don't know about
change everything.
Completely change the scheme.
You guys said no to Harold Landry earlier, or you did, Eazy, because he played in that 3-4. Like, I thought that could be a piece that might be able to fit.
They're not going to do a 3-4 with what they like.
No, I'm not saying just him. I'm not saying change the whole defense specifically, but do you think he could still play well, rushing the passer in a certain role? Because he's been up there.
We tried to do it with Trey Flowers. It didn't work out.
Well, Trey Flowers was a bust.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the worst signings
We brought him in
ever.
here and tried to put him in a defense that he wasn't fit in, and it didn't work out.
But it's every time we bring up, like, a prospect, that is a little bit smaller. Like, I don't know if I just don't want to boo-hoo it yet, but I mean, I guess we'll see come draft time if they do switch it up.
Technicality, I mean, I can't really boo-hoo it at all just because, I don't know what's changing on the defense, but that's a drastic change for something you had in place that was top 10 last year, and you're trying to pursue for Super Bowl. I don't know if you're making that big of a change.
And even
they said they want to do it. They said they want to keep it the same. Maybe make some tweaks. That's more than a tweak. That's a realignment. Like a girl's box when I'm done with her.
Hey yo. I'm not saying the 3-4 specifically, but I'm saying going after an end that can, rush the passer specifically. Is that a tweak?
No. I don't think they'll do it.
No.
If they do it, they could get a Judon. Judon would be cheap, and I would love that. But that's not what they like.
Their philosophy.
That's not what I like.
What would you guys do?
I would sign Judon to fucking $6 million a year or whatever he was projected to do
Have
for sure.
Split with Za'Darius?
Absolutely.
That one.
But
I'm not a 6'6" D end to set the edge.
Yeah, I'm not. They want a guy that they could play on all downs.
I'm thinking too because one of Calvin Shepard's mentors, and honestly probably one of the best defensive coordinators of all time.
Shout out, gun guy, take your
maybe
pants
I'm
off.
overselling that because Patrick Mahomes is quarterback, but Steve Spagnuolo over in KC, they run a lot of cover 2, a lot of cover 4.
Yeah,
maybe the tweak is doing a lot more zone than we were doing man. Especially if in a situation like last year, if all your practice is man, and then you lose guys like down the depth chart.
You was guys.
Not everybody's like good enough to step into a man coverage scheme.
Yeah.
So maybe going zone all the way around is a lot safer for your depth even.
Absolutely. But you can't just go zone in the league like now.
I mean, that's what the
Chiefs
do.
Quarterbacks will pick you apart.
Yeah. That's when Ian Hutchinson comes in hand.
That's why they got Chris Jones.
He don't really have. I guess Hutch is a nickname.
Huh?
Hutch is a nickname.
Hutch is a nickname.
I count that as a nickname.
Yeah, that's perfect. He doesn't need. Nope, we don't need nicknames. Sure, but
we do.
Let's go to break.
Big shot. Rip.
Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, the home of the judgment-free zone.
Big Ben.
You get a full body workout, 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $15 a month. Upgrade to the Black Card. Get used to amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations worldwide. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in anytime, sit down. Get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can add the hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment. Get the King's treatment while you're at it. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
One funky Lions fan, if you run true 4-3, you don't bring in DJ Reader. You do bring in DJ Reader. That's absolutely what you do. You have one guy that eats blocks and one guy that can get after it.
Yeah.
The one guy that eats blocks is DJ Reader. The guy that gets after it is Lee McNeil. They ran a 4-3 last year. What are we talking about, brother? Come on now. You're better than this, one funky Lions fan. There was never a question of Sherman being elite Eazy. Yes, there is. People talk about it all the time.
People don't like putting him up there with Revis and Dion. And
yeah, I don't know why I'm arguing with this guy. He's Super Bowl Wilson. He says crazy shit all the time. Is he the guy that's bashes Darius Smith?
No, that was Dion. Or that was
Cartier.
No.
Am I getting the Super Bowls mixed up? We don't have the linebackers to run zone. Too slow in space. No.
Jack Campbell is one of the best athletes at the linebacker position.
Check that
in the NFL.
Razzmatazz, my boy. Jack Campbell's super athletic. I think Malcolm Rodriguez is pretty athletic.
Sneaky athletic.
Anzalone's great sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
We have an athletic linebacking core.
Sneaky
It's just because they're white, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're white, they're not athletes, huh?
We caught him.
No, Jack Campbell is one of the best athletes at the linebacker position in the NFL. He's he's up there with like Fred Warner level stuff.
Yeah. So in the poll to start the show, this is where we would have bitched about the yardsman stuff. I feel like we got that out.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the mock draft, or you want to bullshit more about the Detroit Lions? Do you want to talk about
what's the mock draft?
No, I thought we were doing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh shit!
I could pull it up on my computer. It don't have to be on Chris's. I don't know if he's able to do
it.
that.
It wasn't you, DNC. It was. I
hard.
can't remember his name. I don't know why. He's always in the chat.
It's Cartier. I'm pretty
sure.
No,
it wasn't.
It was either Cartier or Wilson.
It wasn't either of them, and it wasn't DNC.
It was a Super Bowl.
It wasn't.
I was.
I know who it was.
You clearly don't
fight.
I don't. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
I can picture how he talks in the chat, but I can't remember his name.
How anyone talks. It's a typed out message.
He's not in here today either, of course.
Yeah.
Like the only day he's missed in a month.
How convenient.
By the way, Richard Sherman's one of my favorite players of all time.
Weezy D 313.
Oh, you're right. It was Weezy D. Shout out to Malik Peterson.
Shout out Malik Peterson.
He helped you get that answer. Yeah, we can do zone coverage, and maybe that's a tweak we see. Maybe we see a little bit more zone. I think it makes sense depth-wise. Not everybody can play man. You have to be like uber athletic and disciplined to do that. So if you lose certain guys, and next guy steps up, I can't fucking. You're supposed to play man. You're not fucking Terry Arnold. You're not fucking Carlton Davis.
Kendall Vildor is elite though. Do you want them to re-sign Kendall Vildor?
Zupo Wilson. Yeah, I would. Zupo Wilson for Zadarius Smith. Because we only traded for Zadarius Smith because we were desperate.
This guy wants Emmanuel Mosley and Kendall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
We traded for Zadarius Smith because we didn't have anybody that could sack the quarterback.
Are you trying to say he's not a good player? I don't know. Where
and then he got 4 sacks with us.
Yeah.
Oh, it could have been Zupo Wilson. I'm not a big fan of Zadarius. So you saying that and then calling cover 3 a man scheme, we're just going to ignore your comments for the rest of the day. We love you. You know, I don't know how many of these you've taken down. But I'm not wasting the time on that bullshit right now.
I'm proud of you. That's good.
I said it. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it. Words,
you're definitely not.
Words and actions are two different
2
things.
minutes. Yeah. Anytime I look over and he's like this, I'm like, all right. Well.
That's me with that fuck boy Atard.
Yeah.
I would stab that guy if I met him in person.
I would probably punch him in the face.
Talking shit about my kid. That's
talking,
like, he's weird.
He keeps talking about my nephew. I'm going to fucking break his jaw.
He's never denied being a pedophile on top of it. Like, probably stab worthy for sure. Probably should be stabbed.
Yeah.
You ain't never see me twice with no teenage.
Attar, we can get you touched, all right? Like, don't worry about it.
Don't play in these streets.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Allegedly.
No, Vildor's ass. Damn, Anakin Skywalker dropping the ass in there. Pause.
You're not even old enough to say that.
He's 18.
I guess he is.
Fed.
I mean, allegedly.
The rest of you.
Fed.
I think he's like 35, but
yeah,
he's a cop.
Definitely a cop. No one's gonna talk.
I get a feeling now with the mustache. I know when cops are around.
I think they know when you're around.
It's like Spidey senses.
Yeah,
it's like an Eskimo Cousins type of thing. Yeah, you can tell.
All right, do my
Where is
Weezy
Weezy
mock draft
man?
or what?
I hope he's okay.
Am I making? We
don't
make
think
a
he
poll,
should be either.
Chris.
Hope
What's
you're
up?
okay, man.
Do mock draft, Pistons talk, Red Wings talk.
Michigan State basketball talk.
All right,
yeah, get the Michigan State basketball talk.
Champions of the fucking Big Ten.
Yeah, get that.
11 times in Izzo's reign. They have outright won the Big Ten. Didn't have your fastball, won the game. That's what good fucking teams do. You didn't have your stuff. You were down 14 on the road in Iowa City. You had white boys going crazy, and you took care of business, man. Shout out to fucking Michigan State Spartans. Now Sunday's game means nothing. Still want to go out there and beat Michigan for sure, but it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. And then it's on to the Big Ten tournament and then the big tournament. So, fuck yeah, MSU. Shout out to Cohen Carr, dog. Cohen Carr almost single-handedly brought Michigan State back into that game. He had a sequence where he had like 2 dunks, a block, a steal, and an offensive rebound all in a row that were just he like single-handedly brought him back in, dude. Cohen Carr, freak of nature, man. Seems like a great kid too. Just great stuff out of Michigan State. MSU hockey and basketball Big Ten champs. Yeah, shout out to Coach Nightingale and the Spartan hockey team, man. Absolute wagon. Hopefully they get it done this year. I got $50 on both of these guys. Separate bets, straight bets. $50 to win like $650, both of them. Basketball to make the Final Four. Hockey to win the championship. So that'd be fucking sweet if either or both of those happen. Not just for me winning money, but just for me as a Spartan.
Spartan.
I was really I was watching that game at the gym, and then I get home and I take a shower, and when I come back out, that's when they're starting to make the run and dialed in, man. Like I said, shout out to Cohen Carr. He was important in that one, man. And Jace Richardson doing well. Jaden Akins locking down outside. Trey Holloman bringing the grit, man. Carson Cooper making plays. It's Devin Booker. Xavier Booker had some nice plays in that one as well. Shout out to Michigan State, man.
I feel like you can.
No, go ahead.
My bad. I feel like you can tell they're like a Izzo team. Like
yes.
This is like a deep Izzo team in this era of college basketball. They're a serious national title contender. And that's great for State. I think Izzo what he's done, that's the only thing holding him back from being like, mentioned with the all-time greats. But I honestly think they got a shot this year. I want to get your opinion on it. I know there's a lot of good teams out in the SEC.
Yeah.
Where do you think you stack up against some of those teams? I know Auburn has starting 5 of 24-year-olds.
Yeah, Auburn's insane. I really like Florida. I think Florida is going to be a lock for the Final Four. It depends on the bracket where they're at. But Michigan State can beat anybody in the country with the way they play, with the
Big
depth they
facts.
have, especially if they're hitting threes. If they're hitting threes, they're going to blow you out. If they're not hitting threes, they can still grind you out like Chris at Brothers. Like that can
Pickles.
happen.
It's
They're a defensive juggernaut. And like I said, that rotation of guards, all of them, starting with Jaden Akins and Trey Holloman, both of those guys are those probably 2 of the best defensive guards in the country, and they're both on Michigan State. You just keep grinding, keep going away at them, keep running down
Pickles.
the floor. You need to get better against the zone defense. That's been the heel in their side, but they overcame it against Iowa. If Denver Blair, if Akins is hitting, yeah, absolutely, you can beat anybody in the country.
So what did you say your not cash out, but the total money back was if they make the Final Four?
$650 if they make the Final Four.
It's $650 if they make the Final Four. If I offered you a little deal or no deal action, I'm the banker.
Okay.
If I offered you
this.
$380 right now.
Right now?
Right now. $380. Are you cashing that bet?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I overshot that one.
Yeah, for
Anything
sure.
happens in March.
You want to put another number out there?
All right.
$400, absolutely cashing that.
No, that was it.
Yeah. I would absolutely.
All right,
it's just the tournament's fucking nuts, dude.
All right, what do you think for Michigan?
Michigan's
They're
going to
playing
win.
bad right
They
now,
can win a game
but
or two. I can see that.
I think this is a straight what do you got type game at State. Where is your pride? This is they need to find it. I know it means nothing in the grand scheme of things for the Big Ten, but it means something for Michigan to try to get back on track. That's where they're at right now. And, yeah, when it comes down to the tournament, I mean, I think the over-under is chilling at round of 32. Sweet 16 would be great right now. I'd be feeling great. But I don't know. I don't have too much faith right now.
You would like to see them go out there and beat Michigan State. You would if you were a Michigan fan. Excuse me.
It'd be sweet.
You'd like to see them put out a fight.
Get them in the tourney.
But I don't think it's going to happen because Michigan State's not going to take their foot off the gas pedal just because.
Holy hell! Page got $129 million in cap space.
Yes.
I'm gonna pop some
Harold
tags.
Landry, you are a Patriot.
Yeah.
So is DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
Everybody's a Patriot.
I actually love
And
that.
So is Trey Hendrickson.
No, he's a commander.
He's probably a commander.
Yeah.
But
Which
with Michigan, you want to go in there. You want to beat Michigan State, obviously. But Tom Izzo hates Michigan. He hates Michigan.
He's a football fan.
Yeah.
So
he's not gonna let off the gas pedal. He's not gonna sit guys.
Well, I thought Wisconsin was your biggest rival.
And Breslin is.
Oh.
I didn't say Wisconsin. I said Purdue. Breslin is one of the toughest environments to play in the country. I don't think Michigan has the chops to do it. And they're too thin. They're too shallow. Michigan State's deep, man. They're gonna. Golden and Baby Bird are going to be red in the face by the start of the second half.
Golden needs a little more dog in him.
He does.
A
He's
little
kind
more
of a puss.
Russian dog.
Yes, we got to smack.
Carson Cooper's going to fucking propose to his girlfriend after we
when?
spat Michigan.
Well, Carson Cooper
it's
proposes
fucking
to
senior
Vlad's
night,
girl.
dude. No way they lose.
Oh, the chat has spoken. They want the mock draft. If we're talking 1 through 32, so you guys
Thank
better
you, Jake
specify.
Rowe. I like this hat. It's very
We're going to break. We'll come back. I got the PFF mock draft simulator up. If you guys want it on screen, too bad. That might be a next week thing.
Gleyber Torres opposite home run.
Who wants?
Gleyber Torres
He's back.
Who wants the first pick?
I'll take
Spinny?
it. Oh.
I should do Chris. This is easier that way.
Yeah, let Chris do it.
All right. When we get back, we will begin our 1 through 32
Gleyber
first round
Torres
mock
Oppo?
draft. But Feist,
How many feet?
we gotta tell you about
Somebody texted me.
Feldman
Could be lying.
Chevrolet.
Could be lying.
No one cares about spring ball. Shut up.
Torkelson bomb. Spencer Torkelson, solo shot, 342.
He's back.
Look out.
Feldman Chevrolet of Novi, Detroit's #1 Chevrolet dealer and the Chevrolet dealer of the year for 6 consecutive years. Get a 2025 Chevy Silverado for just $213 a month. You can also get a 2025 Chevy Equinox for $286 a month. Come see George Hawes and his team at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi today.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
No life jacket, I'm not the god of Nazareth, but
But
your
his
flow
flood
could be misunderstood. LastStanford.com, get some good deals. You can get the Sierra Crew cab for 4 wheels. Make sure you get the Hummer V, it's a steal. Make sure you tap in, it's for real. Sign and drive sales, 0 down payment. You come around here, you're gonna frame the, oh, damn.
You're gonna hit the pavement.
You just might frame it. Deal so sick, it's Let's Stanford Chevrolet. Tap in. You got all these deals. 2024 Envision, $239 a month. Sierra Crew Cab, $249 per month. 2025 Hummer EV SUV, $789. 0 down payment, 0 do-it signing, 0 acquisition fee. Les Stanford sign and drive sale. Les Stanford Buick GMC. LesStanford.com.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
really well at the beginning.
Hey, I can spit, bro.
Yeah, that was,
Christopher Plate.
that is the name. Plate.
You are currently representing the Tennessee Titans with the #1 overall pick. Spinny's representing the Cleveland Browns, the #2 overall pick. I'm representing the New York Giants because Joe Shane fucking sucks. And Nick, you are the New England Patriots. As pick #3, I'm willing to step up and get my quarterback. Chris, will you accept a 3rd-round pick for your 1st overall pick? Well, I mean, you get my 3rd overall in the 3rd. Just move back 2 spots. You still get your guy.
Move back.
No!
You're fired.
Yeah, move back 2
For
spots.
one spot? Move up one spot?
Want the pick?
We're good. Make your selection.
You want me?
sir.
Yeah, you want me to move back 2 spots when I could just sell this pick right now? Give me Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter, the 1st overall pick.
We believe in Will Levis.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, Spinny. Andrew Barry, you're a black man today.
I am a black man.
For these next
Can
5
I say
minutes.
it?
Wait to see you at Bradley.
I am running to the board
Okay.
with the 2nd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Cleveland Browns select Cam Ward, quarterback, Miami.
Dun. Oh, you got the sound? I didn't put the sound on that. I'm
He
sorry.
already did.
Nice. Okay. The New York Giants on the board. I wanted to move up and grab a quarterback because that's what they need. They're probably going to grab Aaron Rodgers in free agency, so I will grab Travis Hunter because how do you pass up on that?
Who's drafting him?
Poor kid. The New York Giants.
The New York Football Giants?
The New York Football Giants will be drafting Travis Hunter in this scenario.
Wow.
#3 overall. Next is New England Patriots.
All right.
They got T-Mac, Mason Graham, Ashton Genty, Will Campbell, Jade Barron.
With the 4th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, The New England Patriots are proud to select defensive tackle, game wrecker, national champion, Mason Graham.
I don't like the way you said proud right there to draft the white defensive tackle.
What?
That's crazy.
That was pretty crazy.
That was a
What?
wild,
You-
proud
what?
enunciation there.
All
All right,
right,
whatever.
come
We'll do
on,
it.
come on.
Next up,
Jesus.
Chris, representing the 38-year-old general manager. 36? I know he's 33, isn't he? You gotta look it up. Look up how old he is. I think
33,
he's like
younger
36.
than you.
Very young. General manager for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Needs, Chris, is center, guard, interior defensive lineman, and cornerback. On the board, you have Will Campbell. That could play both, maybe tackle and guard.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
We are no happier or unhappier with this selection, but we are taking Will Campbell.
All right. I like that pick for you guys.
I scream to the board.
Okay.
Scream to the board. Tom Brady. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tom Brady. That's my Tom Brady voice. What's up, friends?
Who's gonna play
it's
his
Tom
son?
Brady. I like avocados.
Who's gonna play his son?
And my wife cheat on me with her fitness instructor.
Well, he's getting pounded out by a very flexible Brazilian
The
guy.
Las Vegas Raiders with the 6th pick of the draft select Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado.
I like it. I see a lot of these mock draft people taking Shedeur out of pick number 6. It's happening. Get over it.
It's definitely happening.
You don't like the new generation of athletes? That's what happens when college kids get paid. That's me. This is a tough pick to make for the New York Jets because they need a whole lot of everything.
What you gonna give Aaron Glenn?
I'm gonna take a kicker for the Bears.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm Ryan Pauls. I'm gonna draft a kicker.
That was spot on.
With the 7th overall pick,
you nailed it.
Thanks.
The New York Jets select tight end Tyler Warren out of Penn State. I just feel like you got no quarterback right now, so you're gonna be running the fuck out of the ball. They have 2 good running backs. I like both those guys, and I think you'll probably be in a lot of play action situations. You got our guy Tanner Strand over there who learned under Ben Johnson, who always incorporated the tight end, always incorporated play action, always incorporated the run game. I think you're going to need, they always say, John Madden, rest in peace, tight end's a pacifier of the quarterback. If you're bringing in a less than stellar, ideal quarterback as the New York Jets, give him a tight end to go along with that run game. With the 8th overall pick, the Panthers are on the board, Nicholas Koloff.
And the Carolina Panthers, as much as I would like to go cornerback Will Johnson here, they need more protection. Trojan, some might say.
Okay.
Armad Membo, OT, Missouri.
That is I think, might be my favorite offensive line in the draft. I agree. That's a great pick.
Thank you, sir.
Protect your little fella.
Protect your neck.
Protect your neck. Next up is Chris with New Orleans Saints. Who need a wide receiver, tight end, or defensive lineman? You got T-Mac on the board.
I'm torn. I'm torn because I was actually.
All right, we don't need your life story. Just make the pick.
Well, it all started when I was 6, and I think that's really what set all this into motion. No, give me the best prospect on the board. Give me T-Mac. I know he's retired, but God damn it, he did some work in Houston. I'm hoping he can do some here.
T-Mac for who? For the Saints?
For the Saints.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler and T-Mac and Olave?
I like it.
That'd be pretty nasty.
Fire.
One of the bringing back.
Make SR great again.
Still, I like T-Mac.
Can you shoot?
I'm not mad at it. I like that.
Okay, it's my turn. I'm Ryan Poles.
Get canceled now.
Time to pick for the Bears. Ryan Poles, Bears. I'm taking Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty to the Bears. It feels like it's meant to be.
Gent to be.
It's gent to be.
Doesn't
Number
matter if
11,
you have one
the
ass
San
cheek
Francisco
and 3
49ers.
toes.
They need a
I would
guard,
beat
tackle,
your ass.
defensive lineman.
Ring.
Okay, who's this? Let's pick it up. Hello?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Lynch? This is Jim Irsay here.
Okay, what's up, Mr. Irsay?
I
How
got
you
a whale.
been? Haven't seen you since the lines at the Catalina Wine Mix.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, it was
Glad
a
we
great
didn't get
time,
caught in the
man.
Diddy tapes.
That
But
was nuts. Speaking of nuts, Diddy, huh?
I got a whale.
How do I get that pick out of you? How about I give you our first round pick,
Okay.
a third this year, and a third next year to swap picks with me.
I'm not going
1, 2,
to. So
3
quit asking.
spots now, Mr. Irsay. I know you're a very rich man. How about you throw me a second and your third next year? Is that a lot? How about a fifth?
Give him the whale.
I'll throw you our first round pick this year.
Okay.
I'll throw you our second next year and a fifth this year.
Sold.
Boom. Deal done.
The pick is yours.
And
With
he kept the whale.
The 11th pick of the NFL draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Jackson Dart, quarterback, Ole Miss.
First round, what?
Boom!
You traded up to grab Jackson Dart?
Goddamn right I did.
With Anthony Richardson on your team?
Stop not scared.
What the
Stop
goddamn
not
hell
scared.
is wrong with you,
Stop
boy?
not scared.
Quarterback back.
That was crazy.
Fired. You're getting fired.
That was crazy.
You're getting crashed.
Sets the league on fire.
Wow.
You're fired.
Wow.
I just wanted
love
to
it.
trade up for Jackson Dart. And I
Traded
thought
up
this
to
was
do
the best
that one. So, Nick, you're the Cowboys then?
What? Who did you take?
I traded.
Oh shit.
Traded back.
Yeah, I'm going cornerback.
Quarterback.
Cornerback.
Oh.
Will Johnson.
Will
Michigan.
Johnson.
Nick has drafted 2 Michigan players.
In
already.
great positions. I like him on both teams there.
Aren't they set at cornerback? It's all right. It's all right. He's a good player.
No, he'll be a cap casualty.
Bland
the other
got
guy
cut,
that they,
right?
No.
but
Somebody got cut.
one of them will be because they got
No,
to
the
pay
kid
Micah
from,
Parsons
Michigan.
$60 million.
Oh, Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis, free agent.
Yeah, they got Bland and
Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs.
one of them will be cut because they got to pay Micah in the next couple of years.
Yeah,
Give me
that's-
Will Johnson.
The Miami Dolphins. Christopher. They need a guard, tackle, interior defensive lineman, and safety. I just want to remind you that your quarterback has had many concussions.
Yeah.
I'd lean towards that offensive line, but it's your pick to make, brother.
Well, that's exactly where I'm going with it because we got that
that 2CP in Miami. I know.
Yeah.
That's how I had to get over. I had to get over the Dolphins to get Jackson Dart.
That OG Crip Mac. Give me a Kelvin Banks Jr.
Out of Texas.
Out of
could
Texas.
be a guard, could be a tackle, but he's a large man who loves football. Calvin Banks Jr. with the 13th overall pick to Miami Dolphins.
That is a
I don't hate
phenomenal
that.
pick.
So do you go now?
Who
and
the
then I
hell
go,
is Tingus
and then back to you?
Pingus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. You go.
I go, then I think it's
Then
you.
I go, then back to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So, the San Francisco 49ers are traded back in the draft because we need to fill this roster. We got a lot of guys on big contracts. We still need some offensive linemen, maybe some defensive linemen. I need a tackle for the future. I don't know if he's going to go this early, but he was a higher-end prospect. We just got hurt. Josh Simmons out of Ohio State. I'm going to take to learn.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What? Which one?
Beth.
Oh, yeah, they're all great. To learn under – who's the guy they have there right now? Who's the fucking man? Trent Williams.
Trent Williams. That's a
I
good
have
pick.
his successor in Josh Simmons.
Damn, I got to be
at
the
pick 14.
Oh, wait, who am I? I'm the Falcons?
So you are the Falcons who need a wide receiver, edge, linebacker, and or corner. You got Jade Barron on the board from Texas, who's a little bit of a nickel, but can kind of play everywhere.
Yeah, no, not drafting a fucking corner. Sorry to do this to you, Eazy. I'm going to the board.
Okay.
And I'm drafting Shamar Stewart.
Shamar Stewart off the board to play in the 3-4 Atlanta defense. He's athletic enough to make it work, and he's a stud. God damn it. My guy, gone. Up next, the Arizona Cardinals.
With the 16th pick in the NFL draft.
I think it's my pick.
No, it's easy.
I thought you picked and then he went to him.
Yeah, but that was his pick from
We
last
traded.
round.
Gotcha. Cool.
You're good.
I'm excited for the Bengals pick. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, sorry. Former defensive coordinator as their head coach. I'm going to go ahead and grab Kenneth Grant to make everything work around him. Give me that Michigan. You mother. I mean, that's who we were going to take, to be fair. Kenneth Grant off the board to the Arizona Cardinals at pick 16. The Bengals now on the clock with general manager Nicholas
You were going to take
Koloff.
another Michigan guy?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I've seen him mock there a lot. Give me Jahad Campbell to the Bengals. They need some help on that defense, and Jahad Campbell
Play
is gonna
edge,
help
play linebacker.
play wherever you want him. He's going to help Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hopefully not get 45 points put up on them a game.
The Seattle Seahawks on the board. I see a lot of offensive line as needs. I also see
They need a wide receiver.
Yes, and that's exactly where I'm going. I am running to the board.
Okay.
Give me Luther Burden III.
Wow, I actually really like Luther Burden.
I'm a fucking
I think he
wicked
go this
smart
early.
man.
Who am I?
You are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You need an edge defender, linebacker, or defensive back.
I'm running
According
to the
to
board.
Okay.
I'm running to the
I,
board.
as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, draft Mike Green out of Marshall.
That's a home run hit at pick 19. Not going to lie to you.
Thank you.
What?
Wait,
Damn,
who'd you
that's
grab?
what it's got mocked in this one I'm looking at, too.
The Denver Broncos. Need a wide receiver, tight end, linebacker, and or safety. I just look back at Sean Payton's best offenses. I feel like a tight end was always involved in some form or fashion. Give me Colson Loveland out of the University of Michigan to help out my young quarterback, Bo Nix. Nups up is the Steelers with GM Nicholas Koloff. They need a quarterback, wide receiver, and defensive back.
Shadur and Cam Ward are off the
board.
So is Jackson Dart.
Gone.
You got Milrow and you got Quinn Ewers.
Jesus.
You're going to take one of them.
Running back, Justin Fields.
No, they're going to take one.
I know.
Emeka Iboka's there. Matthew Golden.
I'm looking. I got you, Easy. I got you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. I'm calling. I'm calling.
Who you calling?
All right, come on.
Who you calling?
Who are you calling?
Come on, man. Just make a selection.
All right. I'm going to Emeka Ibuka.
Who are you
Let's
calling?
go.
You call someone.
You can call someone. You
You
just
got
got
to
to say
know who it
who so he knows who to pick up.
Yeah, they're not trading for our backup quarterback Hooker. So I was going to try to make something happen there, but it would have been way too complicated. Chris.
You are on the board for the Los Angeles Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers. You know.
Need a running back, wide receiver, tight end, or edge defender, according to PFF.com.
You know, I feel good about this one. Give me Kenneth Grant.
Oh,
he's gone.
off. First one.
Drafted.
I bet you do feel good about that one, bud.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
This guy's an
let me
idiot.
take that. Let me take that.
Hey, pause.
Well, all right. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair pause. That's a fair pause.
Yo,
Give me that.
what if
Oh
that's why
my
it was good as
God.
ad-lib?
I hate the way this guy looked. But give me. Actually, no.
Today, Junior.
Yeah. Give me Mike Green, an edge.
He's gone as well.
Give me.
This guy. He doesn't listen at all.
You got Jade Barron, cornerback, Malik Starks, safety, who's kind of versatile.
Speed round.
James Pierce Jr., who's falling down the boards because he's a little bit of an asshole, but he's an edge rusher. Donovan Ezerique, who's an edge rusher. Derek Harmon, who's a defensive tackle. Darius Alexander, Micah Williams. Give me a position, and I'll give you some names.
All right. Give me a
Jalen Walker. You'll take Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker. Yeah, Jalen Walker. That's
like
exactly
that.
who I was going to
You need an edge. He's a versatile piece. He can play linebacker if you need it. I like that for the Los Angeles Chargers. For the Green Bay Packers at pick 23.
Jade Barron, Texas, cornerback.
Ooh, nice pick.
Thank you.
I am the Minnesota Vikings. They just lost a fuck ton of cornerbacks to free agency. But I don't know if any of these guys are worth taking now.
I had to grab mine.
See
you later, Jair. We just
Did
got
they
our
lose
next
Aaron Jones in
number
free
one
agency?
guy.
You're asking me. He was on the running back list that we did.
Of course I'm asking you, buddy. You're the fucking
Okay, are we gonna
Vikings
do this
guy.
all year until next year? Are we gonna? Because I don't fuck with the Vikings, damn it.
I'm gonna take Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina, running back. I think he's a little bit of a stud, and they don't have a running back right now. They need one.
And the
on the board.
Texans need to get C.J. Stroud back on track. They do it by going interior offensive line. Gray Zabel,
I love that pick.
North
for them.
Dakota State. Make sure C.J. Stroud bounces back this season. Chris,
I almost took him for the Vikings.
who are you taking with the L.A. Rams first rounder?
The
Rams.
L.A. Rams. I am going. You know what? I'm going. They're moving Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
We're certain of that. So let them restart the clock. Give me a Mecca.
Wait.
He's gone.
What?
Yep.
Wait.
But you have Matthew Golden.
Wait, I'm 1, 2.
Give me him.
Oh, never mind. I'm the Commanders.
Oh shit, I'm the Lions.
You are the Lions.
Let's go. Who you taking, Chris? You want Matthew Golden, the wide receiver?
Yep, that guy.
All right.
I'm running to the board.
The Baltimore Ravens on the board with Spencer Morgan Rax, the general manager.
Breaking news. The super chat is certified. It's
What is
correct.
it? Oh, I didn't see it. Geno Smith to the Vegas Raiders for a third. Seahawks.
Wow.
What are they doing?
Going to complete rebuild.
They're blowing it up.
That's crazy. I mean, you got rid of all the man's wide receivers.
All right. Geno Smith to the Vegas
they're
Raiders.
tanking for Arch?
It's
Manning?
next year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm the Ravens.
Pete Carroll's old
Yes,
fling
sir.
is back.
What wide receivers are left? Is
Might as well get DK at this point too.
Alec.
I am drafting Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State.
Ooh, I like that.
6'4", 214, 9 touchdowns, 87 receptions
A
last
little
year.
bit of a speedster. Get Lamar another weapon out there.
Yep.
I like that.
Thank you. I made some good picks, I think.
All the pressure in the world on your boy right now.
Yeah, here we go, Easy. This is literally what the people sat through this whole thing for.
The Detroit Lions.
James Pierce still on the board.
At pick 28. Thanks for fucking killing.
The Detroit Lions select.
Fuck, sorry.
The Detroit Lions select.
Guy's a little bit of a troublemaker. I get it. A little bit of an asshole. I got leaders in this locker room. I got men in this locker room.
Hell yeah.
And he can play some goddamn football. I got men on my coaching staff. Men to steer this kid right. If he loves the game, I think I can fix the attitude stuff, or at least manage it to some sort of degree. I know this is probably not going to happen in real life, but let me take James Pierce Jr. to put on my defensive line. I know he's less than that 265 I was telling you about, but he's 6'5", so I think he can put on the weight. James Pierce Jr., you are a Detroit Lion.
And boom, nobody cares about anything other than the Lions anyway. So
come on, let this guy go.
Well,
appreciate you stepping in. Make sure you smash that like button. For Eazy, Nick, Chris, I'm Spencer. Have a great weekend. We appreciate you guys so much. I'll be on stream like midnight tonight, going out to the bar, and then going to hit the stream after. See you guys later. Twitch TV /SpenmoRex. Peace.